Alright, here we are with Chronicles of Darkness, Creepy Rashomon Marine Buffet, Vampire the Requiem, 2nd edition, The Strix Chronicles, Episode 2. I'm Devin the GM, and to my left is...
Nicole playing Leo Kelly.
Kevin playing Kaiser Vargas.
And Peter as Fyodor Patrov.
Oh, it looks even worse written down.
What?
The title of this goddamn thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Whose
Christ.
fault is that?
Pardon?
Whose fault is that?
Right.
All of ours.
God,
We
whose
agree
fault
to
would it be? It's not on its path.
No, that's not true. I specifically said it was stupid for like 10 minutes last time. You guys ignored me.
Okay, the Creepy Rashomon Marine Buffet part is only 4 extra words onto the 37 words that this title is.
But it's a lot of words, and also you didn't need to do it.
You didn't need to fucking go fuck yourself. So, gang, we are back with episode 2. Let's say a few nights have passed since you were all introduced to each other at Elysium, in the Iron, in Atlantis 1, 6,000 meters below the ocean sea level. 6,000 meters from the life-giving sun.
Fuck some.
Alright, well... Individually, you all jolt awake as you have your reverse heart attack return to life, as Vitae pumps through your system, animating your corpses. Various people who have cats have their cats hiss and freak out at them, and you all lose a blood point. So, who do we want to start with? Let's say... Kevin.
Alright.
You are up and about now, Kaiser.
Okay.
What do you do to begin this night?
Gonna move my fridge back in position away from the door. Probably started the process of installing several more locks onto it.
Sure. Rebecca recommends that maybe you get an apartment that has like a fake basement or something.
Yeah, probably got a list of real estate there. Open. I'm gonna try to trick my cat into drinking my blood, since one of my aspirations for today is to ghoulify my cat.
Ghoulify specifically?
You can ghoulify cats. Cats aren't going to break the masquerade.
No, I know, but doesn't making someone a ghoul cost willpower? Which you have so few of.
Make a cat?
Temporary.
Oh yeah, just willpower? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so that involves you contacting your parents. Because you left your cat with your parents.
Okay.
You did? I remember last session.
Yes, I
it was
do remember.
only a few hours ago as far as the listeners are concerned.
Hey mom, let me
I'm gonna ring up my parents then.
Alright, you pluck away at the rotary phone on your wall.
Or Felix the cat phone.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Or one of those fucking ones that looks like a cookie jar.
One of those.
Or those see-through plastic ones that have the Technicolor parts inside of them.
It's probably a gift from my mom.
What is your mother and father's name? Did you ever decide on that?
You're gonna have to look inside my documents.
I will look inside your dossier then. One
I do
moment.
not have-
And we're back. Your father, Kaiser Vargas Sr., picks up the phone. Yo?
Hey Dad, it's me.
Oh. How you doing, little Caesar?
Doing just fine, Dad. How about you?
Oh, I'm alright. I took a day off work. Had a few leave days picked up. Going fishing.
Nice. So, looks like things didn't work out with that girl I was seeing, so...
The businesswoman?
Oh, no, the other one. I'm not, no. That's...
Son. Who was the other one?
just some... girl.
The artist?
Yeah, that's the one.
You have a businesswoman and an artist on the hook and you're not into either of them? Son, pick the businesswoman.
Well, we'll see where things go. But she's not allergic to cats, is the main point. So, I can come pick up River Queen, if that's alright.
Oh, you're just gonna pick her up now?
Oh, yeah. What, have you bonded?
I just, You sure you're not gonna give her up again?
I didn't give her up. I just had her stay out of the house for a few days while this chick stayed.
Is that how we're rephrasing it?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with, Dad.
Okay. All right. I'll pack her bags and I'll let her know that this is going to be forever this time.
Okay. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just take.
I'm not cleaning the shit box then. That's your deal.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll carry it down. Whatever. Whatever. Just dump it the way down.
All right. You head over to your parents' house. They're a fair distance away in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you lived in the same building.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
It's an
forgot
apartment.
that.
I live in the basement.
You moved out and you still stayed in the same building as your
He's
parents.
living in his parents' basement.
It's basically house arrest almost.
Jeez.
So yeah, heading out.
Take the elevator up.
All right. Your dad answers the door. He's wearing a sweater with a cat of the same breed as River Queen knitted on it. Your mother's gotten into knitting.
Oh, you got matching shirts. That's
No, if we had matching shirts, River Queen would be wearing a shirt, I think, made of human hair with my face on it. I just have a sweater your mother made. Not everything has to rhyme. This is why the artist woman dumped you, by the way. Not everything has to have symmetry.
Why do you think she dumped me?
I mean... And with the hand he's holding the cat with, his hand makes like a circular motion, like he's gesturing to all of you.
Jesus.
Nice to see you as always, Dad. I'll
It is nice to see you.
Man.
I'm going fishing. I'm super happy.
yeah, you do that.
Anyway, here you go. She likes food and attention and not being neglected.
Well, I'm sure she'll get 2 out of 3.
Oh, fuck, that cat is freaking out. It is not happy being put into your arms.
Oh look, she missed me so much. Goodbye, Dad. I need to go.
Alright.
Holy fuck, cat.
Oh, it is spitting. It has gone full-on pet cemetery.
Roll to keep her in.
So yeah, I'm gonna take her down the elevator.
As you walk away, your dad kind of shuts the door and looks to the food your mom made for you that you just ran away too quick to take, and he just kind of picks it up and goes over to his lunch bag for fishing and just starts packing his fishing bags.
At least someone's getting use out of it. Only one of us is getting food poisoning today. So yeah, I'll take her downstairs.
It's spitting and scratching at you, but it's a cat. It's not gonna...
Alright, you fucking cat. Bite me. Waving my hand in front of its face.
It's not quite how it works. You're gonna have to pop a vein
Oh.
with your talons.
Yeah, I guess she would have, someone would have told me about that. I asked Rebecca.
Yeah,
Also, it's a
even
cat.
if it bites you, it's not gonna. You're not gonna bleed because vampires don't bleed unless you make yourself bleed.
And it's a cat. It's trying to bite and scratch, not drink your blood.
That is true.
It's not like a real big cat. With its small, blunt fangs.
So yeah, I'm gonna bite my wrist open and just kind of like...
Oh, kitty
Oh,
cat fucking loves
that
that. Kitty cat fucking loves that.
Alright, you fucking cat. There. You like me again?
You're gonna ghoul it?
Yeah.
Let me pause. So, Kevin pops a blood vitae and a point of willpower, and as long as he gives this cat vitae every month, it's a ghoul!
Awesome.
An animal ghoul.
I guess over the months will start developing Vinculum.
Probably. I mean, it's a cat.
Yeah.
So yeah, after like paper toweling my wrist, I just kind of pet my freshly ghouled cat.
Well, there you go. You ghouled the cat, you lose a blood point and a willpower, and you get your aspiration.
Awesome.
Very good. Alright, I'm just gonna pause. And we're back. Okay, so we'll move along from Kaiser all the way over to Fyodor.
Okay.
You're awake in your architect lounge loft.
So I was thinking about playing around with the cacophony. So I'm not sure whether I want to tie it up with Leo right away, or do you want to do something else? Because I know for a fact where one vampire hangs out, which is Ira in the arcade. So probably his area is around there. So if I go there, probably you will be able to encounter some vampire markings of territory.
That could be true, yes. Ira is very active throughout Atlantis 1. He seems... what?
Just the way Peter said markings of territories, I'm picturing Michael Irons start pissing on the side of the building like, look, I'm contributing to the cacophony!
No, I'm just picturing Ira because vampire liquids are still blood. Like they're both just peeing everywhere, marking up with urine and blood. We're contributing. We're just peeing blood everywhere. And Ira's like, wait a minute, Michael. You shouldn't be peeing
should
blood.
go
You're
to a
alive.
doctor.
Go to the hospital. Oh my god.
Oh, Atrus.
How long has it been like that, Michael?
Go to the vampire doctor.
No, just go to a hospital and get a fucking dialysis machine.
Go to St. Giovanni.
Everyone knows what he's referencing.
You have life magic. Why haven't you fixed yourself? Anyway, yeah, you can check out the cacophony surrounding Ira and his various arcade places, fun places, little plate shops that have like skee ball and ticketing machines that he trades in for prizes. They're just all around Atlantis 1. He spends a lot of time in all of them.
Cool. Let's see.
You could also help your covenant by, I don't know, checking in with some of the vampires, seeing if any of the Invictus need anything.
Yeah.
Fucking lord.
I was thinking that since we wanted to, well, the Covenant actually wanted to figure out those abnormalities that are happening in the Russian dome, possibly related to the water. So if I talk to Ira and convince him, hey, if you'd like, help us get in there, if it's more on lockdown just for the engineers or something, that will help.
That could work. Sure. Maybe go find Ira then.
Okay. So I get in my little car and I drive over to where he's at. So thinking, where's his parlors at?
During the day, Ira hits up the arcades and hangs out with the teens and children that hangs out in the arcades, just for fun, because people are at work during the day. Nighttime, he is at his own club
Oh.
that he owns in the Russian Dome.
Hmm.
It's called A Touch of Class.
Well,
It's actually kind of a local oddity because it is a American 1920s swinger lounge, like speakeasy type, just in the Russian Dome. Everything's in English.
Okay. I guess if Ira's in the touch of class, it will be easier for me to undisturbedly look around the arcades first. Hey, nobody will notice me snooping around there, I guess. So, is that in the Promenade District?
All right, so you're going to go to the Promenade then and just check around arcades.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a roll for intelligence and streetwise. And I think you add their hunting ground merits to this? Your feeding grounds.
The Promenade is a open feeding ground for all vampires. The prince basically, it's his own land and he donates it.
Okay, so just intelligence and streetwise.
That's right.
Let's see, that's 3, 4.
Dice.
Dice. Nothing.
Oof.
Okay. Well,
Well, you failed.
Yeah.
You could take a dramatic failure for sweet, sweet XP.
I guess I could.
Yeah. Look at that. You're gaming the system already.
Ooh, failures.
Okay. Let me pause. We're going to hear that a lot, listener. We're learning. That's the whole point of this podcast. All right, we're back. So, I'll give you a beat for that dramatic failure. You can take that. And the signs that Fyodor has checked out around the various arcades and gaming places point to a bunch of warning signs saying to stay away from a certain brand of arcade.
Okay.
They're, the note he put marked them as plague-ridden.
Okay.
As what?
Plague-ridden.
Oh, plague-ridden.
Okay. So after that, I guess I'll go for the club.
Well, that's you.
Yep.
You checked out the feeding grounds.
Okay.
So, Leo, you're awake. You're in your apartment. Your cat is under the bed, crushed down under there, just hissing and spitting. Writhing.
already down a blood point. I can't waste 2 more. And 2 willpower.
I mean, should we be like rolling
It'd
for
be 1
blood?
willpower.
Hmm?
It'd be 1 willpower.
No, I have 2 cats, Devin.
That sucks.
Right?
I probably have to drink 1 dry.
You better put them down.
Can't I just like give them my blood and like they'll like me because they like blood?
That's the same thing
No,
as
no.
giving them a blood point.
No, there's a difference in Vampire the Requiem between vinculum and ghouling.
There is. There is.
I can just give them blood and they won't be dicks.
How'd you know?
I mean, they'll just be hungry then. Hungry for blood.
I really like cats.
If you ghoul them, if an intruder comes in, they'll just fuck their faces off. Crawl inside their mouths like in that one Stephen King story, and then kill the old man whose chemical factory tested on cats.
I have celerity. I'm a cat that's double the speed.
I mean, alright. I'm not intending on doing anything particularly stressful today.
2 blood points and 2 willpower. You ghoul your cats.
Yeah. I don't really want to.
A totally original idea. Not done by any other party
Just like
member.
my cats!
I mean, they collected the pieces.
I don't even think they're supposed to be freaking out.
But they are.
Go to your daddy. Ask them to turn them into zombies.
They've read your emails. Got her email.
They're judging you.
This is what you
Like
get for
cats
keeping juice boxes in your house.
What Buster didn't realize was the alcoholic drink was actually juice.
Oh, you.
Alright, you, like the predator you are, you crawl under the bed and grab the cats and tear them out, and then feed them your blood.
Stop being an ass!
2 willpower,
Oh,
2
me.
vitae, gone.
Like, I have 1 willpower though.
Also, once you have experience, you can start spending them on taking the cats as ghoul retainers. And then your house will always be protected during the daylight hours from robbers. They'll come home, it's just a bloodbath.
Oh, well. Shit.
We killed them for you,
There's
master.
like a dude sleeping on the couch because he's like breathing. It's like, is he still alive? And it's just the cat crawls out of its mouth.
Oh my god.
I mean, the cat could just sleep
There's a
on
horror movie like that.
The cat could just be sleeping on it, just keep it a little bit suffocated. So it sleeps, and then hey.
It's like a Stephen King creepshow horror story.
I'm just picturing the guy not being all the way dead and my cat's being like, I brought you a present.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one. It's like this old
Yeah.
woman dies and leaves her fortune to her cats. So he tries to kill off the cats.
Okay, that's a different cat horror story. No,
You
rich
know
old
Aristocats?
guy runs a chemical testing plant with all those rich asshole family members, and the chemical testing plant killed cats by the millions to test their chemicals. So the dude hires a hitman to kill a black cat because the black cat is killing their family, and the hitman can't do it.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Now I remember that one, yes.
yeah.
Pickle a red egg.
Like a gold rack. All right. Are you gonna do anything other than that though?
Now I'm hungry.
No. I think we'll transition then to feeding. First chunk of the night, feeding.
Mhm.
How do you feed Caesar?
Well, I'm trying to be more cautious now. So,
I mean, you know where my shop is, presumably.
I do know where that shop is, but I have to bring someone there. Under false pretenses.
I mean, there are hospitals that sell blood. And
Yeah.
that old doctor who uses the word air and Führer a lot might have blood in the refrigerator.
That is true. I could always ask him. Also, the cousin works at a hospital.
Blood screening is not very effective at this time.
But I also really don't want to impose on her by, preying on
Like, hey,
or
cousin.
revealing to her that I'm a vampire. So
You're like, I mean, I stole blood once.
I'm actually gonna go talk to Leo's sire then.
All right, you head to, I guess it'd be the Promenade Dome, really. It is I don't want to say brick and mortar, but it's a very non-distinct building in the Promenade Dome, kind of in one of the more business sections.
Mm-hmm.
It's like office building that has like a great locked door and like no windows that haven't been barred and stuff. And yeah, you're let in. There's like someone who basically opens up an eye slot on the door, and you don't see eyes behind there, just a visor. It closes the door and lets you in.
Oh.
It's one of those strange people.
Thanks, man.
Eisenman.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name again? The doctor?
Dr. Marcellus San Giovanni.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Eisenman. Lets
Who
you
is
in.
calling him that? Like, what does it mean? Where's it from?
Okay, what? You gotta be more
The
specific.
word you're using for these monsters.
Eisenman.
That's what
German.
you heard last session for what they were called.
The German for Iron Man. Like the mage. Or not
Fake
related.
man.
Eisenman? Like
Eisenman.
Oh, man, again.
Eissenmunn.
Taking the public stuff. Eisenman.
It lets you in and shuts the door behind you and locks the door.
Cool.
It looks like there's 2 layers of door. Like there's a normal looking door that just opens and closes, but there's also a larger door that slides across, kind of like a warehouse door, and just kind of locks into place. They don't close that one because it's work hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place has a reception with like chairs and a reception desk that's all empty. Like the chair is covered in like tarp. The desk has nothing on it but like old boxes and stuff. It looks like this might have been like a clinic for people's faces. Plastic surgery clinic.
Yeah,
That's the word.
plastic.
Yeah, it's a rhinoplasty center that looks like he just converted into a lab.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one way to go other than the washroom, so there's lights on in there.
Yeah, I'll just head straight on. If there's a door, then I'll just knock.
There isn't a door. It's just goes straight into what would be like the kind of dentist office areas, like the consultation offices, and they've been connected together. Like you can remove those walls and stuff in those kinds of old warehouse offices. So it's just one large theater, kind of. And yeah, there are cadavers on the table. There are coolers everywhere with actual blood bags and like vials of blood with like markings and dates on them. There are centrifuges, there are deep freezes. It looks like a morgue drawer has been installed in one of the back areas that's been separated by like plastic sheeting. There are more of those Eisenmen just standing around at attention. There's one that's actually kind of sideways on a like a dentist chair, but it's been made so it's just like a full body lean instead of sitting down. And its chest cavity's open, and there's like stuff going on. Like there's stuff hooked into it, like it's filtering oils and like biles and fluids out.
Christ.
Yeah, dialysis machines all around. What did the cat drag in?
It's just me, Dr. San Giovanni.
Well, close enough.
Yeah, sorry to bug you. I'm still putting together
He looks like, again, that picture of Jeffrey Coombs from The Frighteners, but he is in a full lab smock with like a blood spatter thing on front with like gloves.
Like a butcher smock.
Butcher smock, yeah, because it's just easier to buy those in bulk. He is working on one of the Eisenmen. It looks like draining things from it.
Because there's kind of got like one hand up, just kind of blocking out most of the cadavers everywhere. It's like, so, sorry to bug you again. I'm still kind of putting together a fucking herd. And I'm kind of trying to be careful, you know. Fucking blood plague. I was wondering if you had any blood you're not... What was that?
I was making the miming the motion of as he's cutting into this thing. There was like a spray on his face, and then he just grabbed a cloth and was dabbing himself down as he's listening to you, not paying attention to his work because he's listening to you.
Do you have any bags of blood or anything that you could part with?
Bags of blood I could part with. What an interesting question. Yes, I happen to have many bags of blood I could part with, seeing as they're riddled with infection.
Oh, see, that's the problem there.
Oh, you'd like pure blood.
drinkable blood, yeah.
Strong, clean, pure blood from good stock.
Or just
Well.
shitty stock, just something.
I think we can provide for the little hungry caterpillar. The problem is Air LaCroix has put an unbelievable amount of work on my plate, which requires me to go a bit out of bounds to find what I need for my work. So what can a strapping young criminal like yourself do for someone like me?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty if you need to, you know, don't want to get your hands dirty. More so, kind of looking down at the corpse.
Yeah, he's actually pulled out, looks like the lower stomach and like there's already like almost like plastic kind of stitch marks around it, and he kind of just twists and pops it out like it was made to be detachable. And he just kind of puts that on a tray, and as he's talking, he's taking what looks like a stomach bag, but it looks like it's been made to go on in the inside. It has like a small impeller on it, and he's just putting that in, and it's full of weird gold red blood that it smells familiar. Like it has that viscosity to it that you recognize from Vitae.
Really? Could I do like an occult roll to kind of...
Sure.
Straight up occult.
Well, intelligence and occult. Because you have occult, and that's intelligence, so intelligence and occult.
9, 10,
That's 3.
so 3, and one's a 10, so...
So roll. So just 3.
Yeah, just 3.
He's done something to his Vitae that has that kind of gold color, and it's really hard because you don't have a lot of good experience with this, but that gold color seems to almost be a fog that clings to the inside of it.
Huh.
Like it's not quite there. It almost seems like part of the gold parts when it's moving across the blood seems to like phase through it. And like phase through parts of the bag.
Like it has kind of an aura to it.
Like it's not quite all material.
Like ghost blood.
Something like that, yeah.
Actually say something to that. It's kind of like ghost blood or something in the looks.
Something like that. It's a special San Giovanni blend. Uses a bit of the stuff you and I are made of that powers our corpses. Very hard to concentrate if you don't know what you're looking for. It's not in the heart. That's what everyone first jumps to. They think everything with the kindred are in the heart. That's not true. The heart goes when you die. It just becomes a Vitae pump. It's the brain where it is. The Egyptians knew that. That's why their gods demanded it. They had to pull the stuff out before it went bad and made you a predator. That's why it's gold colored. It went out with the gods.
Do you have lighting on this or anything like that? This actually sounds...
Volumes and libraries back home in my kin's laboratories.
Huh. Anyway, sorry, I think I'm getting a bit off track here. How can I help you?
Well, little Nero, if you want access to my reserves, I'd be more than happy to part, but I'll need something from you.
Of course.
I need God. I've been doing some demographic checks, and as far as I can tell, some of the local clergy are a little more unhypocritical than the ones I'm used to in the homeland, in the fatherland. You get me some God-fearing people's blood. I don't care how you do it. Blood drive. And I think we can have ourselves an agreement where I provide you with access to our more clean reserves. Good, strong stock. Pure stock. Well-bred.
I can do that, yeah.
Of course you can do that. Should be easy.
Yeah, sounds like a deal.
Well, that's just excellent.
Now...
You have a cat.
I do.
Have you been doing stuff with it?
Did that thing, fed it my blood, turned it into something. She's a lot more calm around me now.
Interesting. Well, keep an eye on that then.
Could I just get one for the road? Look, I can guarantee you I can get this
Oh,
blood.
I know who your sire is. Don't worry. I'm not worried about you cheating me when I can go and tell your mother. And he heads over to one of the freezers, and it's like a cooler one, and he just kind of pulls it out, and there's a person there on like a breath machine, and they're kind of sleeping. They don't know what's going on. They're not here to be killed or anything. I'm actually doing some surgery for them. But they have their cup overfloweth at the moment, so feel free.
Well, thanks. And yeah, I'll just
So
mosey on
a
over.
man in his 40s, he looks Japanese. There's a lot of suture marks on like his coat where his arm is, like on his gown. It looks like he has an arm that at first glance is a little longer than the other.
Weird.
I gave him a new arm.
So yeah, I'll just feed off that guy.
Sure, you can grab easily. I don't know how much you want to pull from him.
I'll just take 2 Vitae.
Sure.
Fill myself up.
Now your turn.
You fed.
How much in the call? How much do you have? How much blood do you have left?
7.
Theodore.
Yeah.
Vitae time.
I'm at 8.
You don't feel like hunting tonight?
No.
You prefer your crab live?
I guess.
Alright, alright. You don't bother feeding then.
Yeah.
Leo.
I'm going to go to where I know M hangs out.
M?
The drug dealer I'm friends with.
Your drug dealer.
Yeah, the drug dealer / gang leader that I'm friends with.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay obfuscated until someone buys some drugs from him. Because I'm the one that made those drugs, so that person can take the drugs and I can drink from them.
What if they're not clean?
Then I will be angry, but whatever.
So first you stab them.
Okay, that'll happen. What kind of drugs do you make?
I make marijuana and I make mushrooms.
Alright, yes. Some teenager buys pot from your drug dealer. He goes, how long do you follow him? Like an hour or two?
Yeah. Like I'm gonna keep following him until he fucking does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Unless it's clear he's not going to.
He heads to a bowling alley that's doing a like one of those glow in the dark shows. And he lights up with some of his friends out back.
Okay.
There's like 3 of them all together.
I'm going to use Auspex, because it's also free the first time I use it in a scene, to discover secrets. I think I need to ask a specific person.
Alright, let's pause then while we read Auspex. And we're back. So, you're gonna Auspex the shit out of this guy.
I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'm just gonna see which of them looks the most normal.
Undesirable.
Alright, there's a girl, 16. She's wearing track pants and a belly shirt and seashell necklaces and has neon pink arm warmers.
Sounds about right. That
And one of
sounds
those Marilyn Monroe birth marking things, but it's like a heart.
cute.
It's like a stick-on decal sticker, like a jewelry thing.
Alright.
One of the guys is holding her jean jacket that's been bedazzled with a cat's face on the back.
Oh my god. The 80s.
It's so good. It's like one of those like short jean jackets.
Of course. Alright, is she the only girl in the group?
Yes, 2 guys and a girl.
Are they going to go into the bowling alley?
After they're done doing the drugs you make.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to go wait in the women's washroom.
Okay?
Because she will inevitably come in there.
Yes, that does happen.
Alright. I'm gonna prick her. Well, she's probably washing her hands.
Like a needle.
Not a needle, my little knife. It's my little scalpel.
Scalpel.
I just do like a little
That's why a needle would be good. You just like poke.
I guess I just didn't think you'd get really any blood from that.
I mean, you're the bloodhound.
Alright, sure.
I mean, touch the syringe and just withdraw it.
Alright, so you poke her, she's like, ow! Because, mosquitoes and bees and stuff. You're not allowed to bring bees in here. Roll your bloodhound roll.
Alright.
Do you remember what those rolls are?
I didn't because I had the Auspex ready and then I decided not to bother with Auspex, so just 1 second. Wit
Sure.
plus composure. So
Alright. What's in composure? Any
this is
success is
3,
exceptional.
composure's 3, so that's 6. Oh, not 3, 6.
You're not allowed to bring bees in here.
1 success.
Which makes it exceptional.
Yes.
Alright, what are you trying to discern?
Does she have any blood diseases?
She does not.
Excellent. I'm going to drink her.
Alright.
How much blood do you take?
Drinking starts.
Chug, 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 chug.
You're able to get a bit out. I'm passing out those little marbles again, listeners, so you
I
can't
also
see
actually
that.
get the first one this time because she's high on my drugs.
Oh, look at that! You did it! There you go. It's a nice, smooth, slow-setting, mellow taste. It
Excellent.
fills you up and completes you. And there's still plenty to go because she's young.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another.
Yeah. She's kind of just curled into your arms at this point. Because it's that easy. Because everybody's having a good time at this bowling alley.
Neon
What
bowling
goes
alley.
to a bowling alley?
Fucking shitty teens go to a bowling alley.
Teens the
They're like, it's gonna go so great. We're gonna be high. It's gonna be all glowing and shit.
You know,
Oh, now we gotta throw bowling balls
Gen
around.
Xers.
To be fair, bowling alleys are pretty great when you don't go bowling because you just sit around eating snacks, going to like the little restaurant inside or the little arcade in there.
Also, bowling is fun.
Yeah, but sometimes you get tired. That being said, though, yeah, no one's coming in. No one's gonna disturb this.
I think, is she gonna pass out?
She's already pretty passed out. She was pretty high when she came in here.
I don't want to take any more.
Are you sure? I mean, you got another one.
I don't want to take any more.
Alright. 2 blood points.
Yay.
Anyway, she's absolutely wrecked at this point.
Is she actually passed out though, or?
She's going to.
Ah, damn.
So you're gonna put her down somewhere where she doesn't bash her head against the sink?
Put her down in front of the toilet.
Oh, she doesn't have a cell phone because it's not the future. I was gonna call her
Future.
parents.
I'll just drop her off in the guy's washroom. Someone's
Right? No!
Some of that pick
Dear
her up.
diary. Jackpot.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna go to like a payphone,
Okay, so where are you leaving her?
like in the women's washroom.
Like on the floor?
I don't know, like lay her, like sit her down. But...
Sit her on a toilet seat?
I should get pregnant.
You take her panties down.
No,
No,
gross.
the seat just goes down, Peter.
I mean, it might have been that. Oh,
Peter,
she must-
in washrooms in North America, there's just a normal seat you can sit on. It's not just the little like seat with a hole in it. There's a cover seat.
something.
Do they not have those in Poland?
So what are you doing, Nicole?
All right, so you sit her in one of the stalls.
Because like I don't want to just leave her there, but also like if I call the cops, she's gonna get in trouble.
So much trouble.
Right?
80s trouble.
I mean, rather getting in trouble than
Why don't you tell her friends that she's passed out?
because all her friends are dudes.
I mean, she's hanging around with them, so they're probably just cool people.
Oh,
be cool with that.
We've exposed Nicole's bias.
Nobody will take advantage of her.
Or look for a female worker and be like, hey, there's someone passed out in your washroom.
And she'll be like, oh, I see.
Oh my.
The best part of working in a bowling alley.
Fuck.
What do you do?
This is getting
Blood
dark.
drinking rapist?
Are there any female workers here?
Yeah, obviously.
All right, I'll go up to her, and I won't be obfuscated.
I'll drink her blood. I'll start stabbing people.
Reject some of my drugs.
No humanity. Okay, so yeah, she is behind the counter getting people's shoes because it's a bowling alley. Hey,
Hi, there's like a teenage girl in the washroom. She's like out cold.
every time. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. Every time she goes under the counter, takes out her serial killer kit.
I need my tools.
My tools.
Why do we keep running into those in these games?
What,
You got
Dennis's?
beast.
Dennis.
We did last time, remember? He had like a guy in the trunk and whatnot.
Right?
What? I don't remember that.
In the
Oh my
fucking
god.
Changeling
Oh, that
game.
did happen.
We stole his car and we felt bad, and then I realized he had a guy tied up in the trunk. I'm like, okay, I no longer feel bad.
So we framed him for robbery by putting him on the bed and turned him by like
Jeez.
Well, I remember
women's
because
clothing.
fucking other Nicole's character wanted to just give the guy his captive human back. I'm like, no.
And instead of that, she just told the killer of the house where he was.
Which is like my neighbor's house.
That was your parents' house.
I need my
Right.
tool.
Right! Oh, I remember that. I was so fucking mad.
You all have fed.
Yay.
Middle of the night. All right, what do you all do? Because presumably at some point you're gonna all meet up. Oh, you want me to pause?
Yeah.
One moment. So, middle night segment. You guys, presumably because you're new, have been meeting up together? Get together at a local area?
Yeah, probably somewhere in the center dome.
Yeah.
Well, where do you meet? Elysium?
That'd probably be the best place to meet, actually.
Vampire Secret Club.
Yeah, I'm sure people will go there and talk about vampire shit all the time.
It's a pretty common meeting place, actually, for the local vampires, the kindred. This is where they go when they have to meet somewhere. Why would they meet anywhere else?
No.
Where are they going to go to? The Shomies? So yeah, you guys at various parts of the middle of the night head to the Iron. Not a lot of people here. Michael Ironman's behind the counter. Ira is there, as is Ariel. It looks like they're playing Scrabble. And that's it. There's one or two mortals that are in here, but they look pretty out of it. Not blood drank out of it, just there's something wrong with the way they're looking. They're not here.
I'll order a drink on my way in, just so I'm not sitting in this club without ordering anything like an asshole.
And what can I get for you?
Just whiskey on the rocks.
Okay.
Slap some money over.
You have a drink.
Awesome. Then yeah, I'll just sit at a booth.
Do you do Blush of Life to drink it?
No. No, just to have bought a drink, basically.
Okay. And you two?
Just sit around.
Yeah, I don't really want to do Michael Iron Man any favors by giving him money.
I mean, we'll probably meet with him during the debate night, so.
He has a VCR he's opened up on the counter, and he's just working on it.
I'll just wave you guys over. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. How have your nights been?
Yeah, it's been confusing. Unshockingly. Met with Mr. San Giovanni, so Doctor. That was interesting. Kind of owe him a favor now, so
Oh.
sort of putting that together.
What does he want?
Kind of glance over those people, notice that they're just out of it.
They're on the other side of the bar. They're by the jukebox.
Like holy blood. I don't mean like, fucking angel blood or something. I mean like blood from like a devout, probably a priest or something. So you're kind of Christy, right?
Yes, I'm.
Corpus Christi.
I'm Christian. Yes.
So like, what is it? Jehovah's Witnesses that don't donate blood. You know, like have a church around here that does.
Blood drives are probably organized by churches a lot, right, Devin?
That's right. Blood drives are organized by churches a lot.
Yeah. I'll just mention the name of a church that I go to. That
Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
The Church of the Sacred Heart.
No, just Sacred Heart.
Okay. Can I get like a rough location?
Yeah, I'll give you an address.
Cool, thanks.
They usually do their blood drives on this day.
I'll let him know you helped. Thanks.
No problem.
He's just kind of jotting down notes on a napkin now.
Mm-hmm. But not everyone that donates blood is going to be from the church, so you'd have to.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I just need to figure out what hospital they donate to, and I need a registry of who goes to that church. That should do it.
Yeah, well, the priest is this person.
No thanks. And yeah, just jotting down notes. So, what about you two? Anything on your agendas?
I was thinking about talking with Ira and figuring out that water disease that seems to be sitting around the pipes.
Sorry, water disease? I'm assuming you mean something different from the blood disease.
I think it's different. It's still infecting some blood and causing some problems.
I thought they said that was cleared up.
For the most part.
Well, there seems to be some anomaly still in the numbers that
Yeah,
people
there's
are
still definitely something going on.
But that's at the engineer's dome, so I'm not sure whether we need to have someone escort us in or
Sorry, the engineer's dome?
the Russian dome.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have a fucking hell of a time getting in there.
Mm.
Why do you need to go to the Russian dome?
Because that's where the
I know that, but what do you mean by that?
Just if I ever need to get in there
Oh.
for reasons.
We're back. So we're gonna change tracks and try to do the social stuff first.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys are in Elysium, hanging out. What is your plan?
Well, one of the things I wanted to do is to investigate that water disease something, which is in the Russian dome. And I'm not sure whether we can go there or not by ourselves, so my plan was to engage with Ira and have him chaperone us there. And so because he's part of the engineers, so that should work out.
Okay. Well, he is here, incidentally.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do anything or no?
I'll just follow your lead for this.
Okay.
All right, you're sitting at a table.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to go to their table.
I'm going to discuss with them in character.
Ah, okay.
So the characters actually know.
Okay. So, if you don't have anything else to do, maybe we should investigate that Russian dome and that disease. Perhaps.
Try and score points with them,
I
I
mean,
guess.
yeah, it's something to do, I guess, and gets us around. I suppose. You know, makes us interact with the engineers, see what they're like. I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I guess we want to also come over and I'll talk with Ira. He seems very approachable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go and see whether he'll be able to chaperone us.
Ira is at one of the bar tables with Ariel. They are playing Scrabble.
Okay. I guess I'll come on over there and greet him. Hi, Ira. How's it going? Ariel.
Ah, hey. How you going? How you doing, Smooth Skin? Ariel just kind of nods and puts down her word, Phantasmagoria.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Who's this?
Scrabble only has 7 letters on your board.
Not if you go diagonally.
And go to Phantasm first. Eh,
Phantasma, not phantasm.
Phantasm.
I've heard it both ways.
I heard it both ways. He like picks up the Russian dictionary. This thing's terrible for words too. None of the letters match up to the tiles.
Well, he is Cyrillic. So, how have you
No, they're made of wood, not ceramic.
So, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, you know. It's 11.
So, how does this work around here? I heard that the Judeca
Well,
engineers...
none of us work around here except for Michael. The poor sucker still has a job.
Hmm.
You know he actually pulls income from this place?
Ah,
Really?
Yeah.
This place is fucking dead. Where did he get it from? Just
That drink cost $9.
it did.
Oh.
Man, most vampires don't know what money it costs anymore, so he just charges them a lot. I paid $30 for a rum and coke the other day.
oh. That's interesting.
I'd be really upset if this was actually my money.
Right?
So, I heard that the Judica engineers hang out in the Russian district, is that correct?
Well, the engineers really have territory all across Atlantis 1 in the under tunnels.
Hmm.
You know, the maintenance and the industrial area.
So, how does that work around here? Are those exclusive rights? Should we not go over to the Russian dome? Or...
Well, you shouldn't feed in the Russian dome. The Russian dome is our territory.
Ah, so it's just for feeding?
Yeah, and like there aren't people who live in the Undercity, so there's no real point in not saying you don't have to feed down there. You're not going to find anyone to feed off of.
Ah, okay.
There isn't a homeless population down there.
Okay, that's very interesting.
But you know, you shouldn't go into the tunnels.
What's in the tunnels?
Heavy machinery, pressurized areas, tubes that get flooded and then get flushed out of the city. Yeah, you know, vampires.
Mm.
But also, you know, the industrial stuff. So, you know, we had a neonate way back, maybe 4 years ago. Went into the tunnels, decided to try and, I don't know, I guess he was poking around or something for us, or, I don't know, his sire thought he was a big shot, and whoops, flushed out of the city. Never found his body. Like, we saw it go. McCraw was looking out a porthole, and he actually saw it happen. One of the tubes evacuated, and the guy just went off into a crevice.
That's tragic.
Yeah, some say there's a rumor going around from Scarmelian that if you get really still when you're asleep at night in the tunnels and the warrens, you can still hear him trying to get back in, tapping on the pipes.
That is horrible.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you play around with heavy machinery.
So, speaking of rumors, I heard something in the Russian Dome about another fucking plague going around. Or it was.
That was alcohol poisoning.
Water plague?
Okay, there's something wrong in the pipes or what have you?
Yeah, we had a fish problem that we had to deal with.
Oh.
Cleaned that up pretty good.
We heard that it might still be around, so...
Could be. We didn't get all the nests.
Ah, there are nests in there.
Yeah.
A fish makes a nest.
The type that has enough legs to spin a web.
Oh.
Fish
Let's not go
don't
here.
have legs.
Well, not after they molt their skin, they don't.
Like a silverfish or some shit?
No, they weren't silver, they were black. Crunchy, a lot of gills.
Sea centipedes.
Some sort of fish.
So what the fuck was the problem with them? Like, what were they doing?
They existed, and they were all in our tunnels, and they were getting into some of the livestock.
And doing what?
Being inside livestock. It never ends well for anyone.
Oh shit, like parasites.
Oh.
Really gross.
And you don't think you got all the nests? That sounds like it could spiral.
Oh, we got most of them. And then we just started, and then we finally got those hicks in the Russian Dome to use fluoride in their water, and that seemed to wipe out the rest of them.
Huh.
What?
Nothing?
They didn't use fluoride. They wondered why their mouths looked like lumber piles.
Oh.
So it's because they came from Russia.
Well, it was because they came from Russia, and also because so many of them had just recently discovered meth when the wall went down. But, yeah, fluoride, cleaned that right up.
Because we're thinking about investigating it, making sure that there's nothing left there, because it seems to be affecting the population still.
Yeah, you know, so you guys don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Kana Zozo doesn't want to be hauling around that she had like a pack that sprayed water, and it was just spraying fluoride on these things. The nest would like bubble up and burst and stuff. That was a real pain in the ass. Plus, we don't have that much fluoride anymore because it's, you know, in the water, so it's really expensive to order that stuff pure and in bulk.
Yeah. So,
Couldn't you just, like, squish them?
Yeah, but it depends on if they've laid eggs or not.
I mean, you want to make sure everything dies.
How big are they?
After hatching, during their nymph phase, or after they've molted.
All three.
Okay, well the eggs are about the size of a salt crystal. The nymph stage is probably the size of your average salmon. And after molting, average cat.
Okay, those are a lot bigger than what I was thinking you were talking
You know,
about.
fish.
And these things were parasitizing people, like the full-grown ones.
Livestock, birds, cows. There's not a lot of pets in the Russian dome.
Oh, I thought you were being
People.
I thought he was being coy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. There we fucking go.
Livestock.
You have to be direct with us. We're still new to this.
I'm just saying it affected everything with the pulse.
Hmm.
So yeah,
We think they came in from Russia.
That's,
Could be.
sounds about right.
Well,
Parasites.
all right, my sire and her baby brother, his sire, baby infant brother, tiny baby Jesus infant brother, sire. They sent me and a few guys from this old military branch, real far north, like Siberia. And apparently they had like a radio station from the Cold War, that just recently completely and totally ended. It's definitely over. Definitely over. Anyway, radio station there went quiet. And what they were like a radio outpost. We went in, checked it out. No one was alive there. A bunch of them had killed themselves. Big horror show. Turns out nearby there was like this international kind of science team that was doing drilling in the Siberian ice. And they pulled out some mammoth skeletons, and it had some like old bacteria on it.
Shit.
It went amok, spread over to there. It's a big horror show. I made bank off of that.
Did you sell the movie rights?
Yes.
Or the book rights, I guess? 'Cause I think it was.
No, it was a book, but the imagery and stuff. Like if you watch, you'll actually see some of the. We actually cast some of the corpses and like gave it to them for the prop production.
Caesar looks stoked because he knows exactly what this is. His favorite fucking movie ever. So.
But they don't do that thing, though.
I mean, we killed all the nests.
So like, I got a poster, and if I brought it to you, would you sign it?
Yeah, I'll just use my pseudonym. My old John Carpenter.
That doesn't sound like a real
Is he lying? I can't even tell if he's lying.
Should we roll?
Yeah, actually.
No, you're John Hancock or you're John Doe.
Is he John Carpenter?
So
Like,
wits
not of Mars.
and
Is he
empathy.
John Carpenter? Wits and empathy?
I guess that's I think used for lie detection. Your specialty, nice.
I got 2 successes.
One.
Why are you all being so shitty to John Carpenter?
2 successes.
Are you going to try and discern whether the truth is real or not?
I am the least empathic person ever, so no.
You're like, plus I want to believe.
I mean, if you fail to communicate a dramatic failure, get a beat.
You could get a beat.
Milk it.
Milk that beat.
What I'm
Beat
gonna
and
go
milk.
I'm gonna go fucking that investigation game and just go right in his face, calling him a rapist and shit.
Well, like L.A. Noir.
Yeah, exactly like that. Sure,
Roll it.
whatever. What was it again?
Wits and empathy.
Empathy.
If you don't have it, then you're -1 for unskilled. Empathy is there.
Yeah. See it. Oh wait, can only roll 2. One success.
7's a failure. It goes 8, 9, 10.
Oh, yeah.
No successes.
No
Do you want to
successes.
take a dramatic failure?
Sure.
All right. Let me pause for a sec. All right. So with 2 successes, you roll against a theoretical score that would be to determine whether or not he's joshing you.
Yeah.
You can't figure it out. It's impossible to tell.
Okay.
But you read an article in a Russian translated interview where John Carpenter used the term smooth skin. And there's a Weekly World News article that showed him and Frank Sinatra hanging out in a lounge bar together. And his face looked awfully pale and cartilagey.
Holy shit, John Carpenter's a fucking vampire. So yeah, I'll bring that poster sometime.
Ah, you got it.
That'd be awesome. Cool.
I'm working on my next screenplay. It's a sequel, Prince of Darkness.
It's fucking John Carpenter. He's a fucking vampire. But yeah, the fucking water parasites, John Carpenter. We were, you probably take this off your hands, make sure that there's no actual problem. It's just that we need to get into the Russia Dome or the engineering dome.
It's in the Russian Dome. That's where the problem came from. I'm not really supposed to let other kindred into our territory. Missouri has this whole off-centered goth cult thing going on about it.
I mean, you could chaperone us. We'd be there with you.
I guess I could chaperone.
We're not gonna fucking feed or anything like that. That'd be pretty dickish to do to, a celebrity.
Oh damn! Now you're appeasing him. All right, he's gonna get willpower back from tricking you into thinking that he's famous movie producer John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Even Ira's not sure if he's telling the truth or not anymore. He's so old. So yeah, he'll take the willpower, and you guys can make a roll. This is 3 doors.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
That means you have to.
3 times
Yes.
success.
That's not helpful.
I'm going to articulate in a second.
Okay.
Now, so Nicole's going to get back a willpower for learning a secret that the thing was probably real.
Which is horrifying.
Yeah. So
I didn't. Wait! Hey!
What?
I confirmed a supernatural thing is real.
Well, you heard it's real.
Oh, that's
but
not
maybe...
an aspiration, anyways.
Really?
No, I got rid of it because it wasn't doing anything for me. Plus, also, is it supernatural if it's just an alien? It's just an alien. It's not supernatural.
That's pretty supernatural.
Or it's an ancient fish. Or it's an ancient organism.
Or it's a
That was
vampire thing.
Yeah.
Creature from the
Alternatively, I will give you that aspiration if you see one.
Awesome.
So just write that as a short term. If you see one, you're like, oh Christ Almighty, Lord Jesus, help me, small baby Alexi Jesus, save me.
I just can't help but picture him as that, the little dwarf guy from that one, from Fantasy Island. That one.
What? This is my fantasy. Wayne and Schuster back in the day did a great parody of it. Wayne and Schuster was a comedy duo from a long time ago. It doesn't matter. It's not important.
Still, that's always how I'll picture him now.
All right. So since you greased the wheels by placating his ego that he's John Carpenter, you got 1 hour intervals, which you can spend on this middle section of the night to open up the 3 doors. So, okay, listeners. So how the social system works is you have intervals. You're allowed to make your social roll, and usually it's like 1 roll per week. And because these guys have made such a good impression, I've bumped it up to an excellent impression, which is every hour they can make a roll. When they make a successful roll, and the roll depends on really what they're doing to make him happy, they open a door. This social roll has 3 doors. So if they get 3 successful rolls, Ira will do what they want and bring them to the Russia Dome, regardless of the consequences, and escort them to where the fish may be. Now, if they get exceptional success, they open 2 doors. So, the question I have is, how are you going to grease the reels with Ira?
Can I talk to him about his Dracula story again? And use a cult to theorize on what the wolves are and stuff like that?
Okay. So you're just gonna try and feed into the Dracula story with a cult?
Yeah.
That's an option. What about you?
Let's see.
So that sounds like that'd be into the cult rule, because that's you theorizing.
How about
Michael Ironman this whole time while he was fixing that VCR was just staring at that table, shaking his head slowly.
So you're talking about the most horrible things just in public?
No, it was the John Carpenter bit.
Oh.
By the
Is
way,
that actually his favorite movie?
Oh yeah, it's even on his character sheet.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
someone reads the bios.
Int plus occult, you said?
Yeah. So we'll hold that.
And
What
how
would you
about
use?
wits and investigation? Try to figure out where those things might be nesting at, so to help his covenant clear them out.
Okay, getting background information on the deeds. What about you, Kevin?
I actually don't know. I'm terrible at manipulating people.
I mean, you could be just fanboying over him.
Do you have anything related to hobbies?
I have expression 2.
Present expression? They gotta...
Because that's the thing. If you have like a hobby or something, you can tap that.
I don't have a hobby as a thing here, as a merit.
Well, yeah, there's like skills you can write in to take like a hobby. Like you could be like movie buff, 5 dots.
Yeah, I don't have that. I know that skill though.
The fucking
Specialization.
prince asshole from Chow.
He's out. Chow.
Chow.
Oh, he did the Halloween movies.
Oh, he did a lot of things.
All of those things.
No, he actually played little roles inside these too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could always...
I'm gonna pause while we're figuring this out. All right. So you want to rob for him to make him open a door. All right.
He's like my favorite director, so.
All right. We'll present this scenario to him so he can tell you what he wants.
So, like, I haven't met many like famous directors like that. Can I get something for you? Like, you want anything right now?
You're pretty steely, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking steely.
Okay. There is something I want. There is something every director wants. Let me pause. All right. So this is what every director wants, and you're the only one who can get it for me because it's here in the city.
Oh yeah.
He gets in close, and you can feel like a pressure kind of forming around the table. In Michael Iron Man's basement, there's a statue of a falcon. He stole it from the Directors Guild, and I want it back. Bring me the jewel-encrusted falcon statue.
You want the maltese falcon?
You piece of shit.
I would know this fucking reference.
Yes,
Jesus
it's in the
Christ.
It's a Roger Ebert classic. It's in the library of most valuable film stuff. Every director wants it.
And he stole it from you.
Not
It's
from
in
the
his
director
basement.
club.
Like the basement of this club.
No. The directors, the directors, the people I represent. It was stolen by pirates during the Age of Sail. And then it made its way into his hands because he found it at the bottom of a ship down here when he was building the place. I want it back. I was born long after it sunk, by the way, but it's part of my ancient lineage of people who want it.
I fell for the fact he's John Carpenter. I'm not fucking retarded.
So, what's this you referencing?
The maltese
Just
falcon.
get me the statue.
You know what, man? Sure, I'm gonna slip down there and see what the fuck this is about.
Is it in the basement of this place?
No, it's in the basement of his VCR repair shop,
Oh, fuck.
which he's not at right now because he's here.
He isn't. Okay.
I hope you get there and he's there. I hope that's the case.
So I'm gonna slip out to do something. You know?
Yeah, bring that poster back and I'll sign it. He
Yeah.
says, popping that obfuscate bubble.
Oh. Tricky.
Popping what bubble?
He put on an obfuscate field so that Michael Iron Man wouldn't pay attention.
Oh, that's
Got
Michael Iron Man is using his hand to pull some screws and metal off a VCR cover because it is fighting with him and he's particularly frustrated. Like you can see like little trickles of blood going down his good hand. He's like, come on, you fucking piece of shit.
So Caesar, knowing full well that this is bullshit, is gonna go. And
I mean,
rob
he
my
might
brother's
have
basement.
a statue. Even if it's
Exactly.
not
He
the
sent me to
one.
the basement, so I'm assuming there's something there.
Even
Alright.
if not, even if you come back with like a fucking nail gun wound in the side of your face, you're like, ha ha ha! So.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right, we'll get back to you on your little side adventure as you head over to the Japan Dome.
Fucking weirdo.
Arrow.
You go to the Japan Dome to break into his VCR repair shop. All right, that'll be one door. If you do this, that's an automatic door done. If you do it well and bring back the statue, that's 2 doors right off the bat. What are you doing, Fyodor?
Well, I got 2 successes on that roll of wits and investigation to figure out.
All right, back and forth with him. All right, what do you need to know, Smooth Shin?
So, which area are they in? Like, I pull up some schematics of the Underdome again for my engineering job and roughly figure out where they've been at.
All right, so I wasn't here for the early parts of this construction, but he starts pointing out where they've changed the piping around and how it's way different from what's in the records. Like they've moved, like entire sections are gone as if they were cut clean out and replaced with new sections.
Jeez. No, I scheduled in.
All right, so we're pretty sure that it came in when. Okay, so some people from. All right, so when the wall went down and stuff, so things were shuffled around. Some people were let out of the prison. The prison was really nearby that camp. There was cross-pollination because we were holding people there for questioning. It got to the water there. Some of the prisoners got let loose because they made proper bribes and appeals. Those prisoners made it to their families made it here. So it was in kind of the poorer section where the outbreak first started, and we think it kind of, the queen or whatever, set up shop in one of these pipes. Now, we got the queen, we emptied an entire tank of fluoride into her, so it's fine. She's gone now. But we're pretty sure she might have let out like nymphs that will pollinate to other queens, and we had to go and burn all those nests.
Okay.
We flooded the whole section. There's no way the fish would have been able to breathe in the water.
What?
Okay, only the newer ones had gills, but we're pretty sure we got those. There weren't that many of them.
I mean, what if some pipe burst and it leaked there?
Possible.
Yes, yeah.
Kane and Zozo checked the outside and the inside. And Scarmelian had hunting rats, and he was just going through with them.
Okay. I just go back and forth all though.
All right, and with that roll, yeah,
Possible,
that's a door. It's like, yeah, it looks like you got a pretty good handle on this. You're like an engineer or an architect.
I mean, I am. I did
Yeah,
design
you're just
some
like
of those
one.
things.
Hey. And yeah, they're going to talk about that for like an hour. And then after they're done, it's like, yeah, he gives you the proper schematic. He puts like a sheet over to you, and you probably have like an architect's update sheet, and he puts in the revisions and stuff for you.
Oh wait, no, that'd be expression. Never mind. I was going to change my thing with crafts, and I was like, no, expression is to actually draw stuff. Well, crafts would be like to draw schematics as well, which is not what I wanted.
Okay.
So yeah, never mind. So, I hear you met Dracula.
What? You didn't hear the story last night?
Like, I kind of heard a bit of it, but like, werewolves were involved at some point. Like, what happened?
All right. So
Wait. Okay, continue.
All right. So, I was in LA. I was in Hollywood Hills. Midnight. The moon was blood
Makes
red.
sense that he'd be in LA with John Carpenter.
We're just doing a rap party, which matches up with the story he told you last night. Blood red moon out. It was like a harvest moon or something. And I'm going through the forest, cutting through. I didn't want to take a taxi because I just didn't want to spend the money. I didn't want to even touch my per diem. And I'm going through. Big black hellhounds big white wolves chasing a black hellhound. All right. It's being bitten and chewed up by them. I get into the fray. I get thrown about. My bottom half gets chewed open and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? And we ended up killing all those wolves. And the black wolf, when I woke up, was Dracula. Dressed like Dracula, looked just like Dracula.
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, Bela Lugosi. And he cradles me like a father with his big, strong hands and says, Ira, how the blood has twisted you so. A gift from me, your dark father. For I am the Cain to your Abel, the sinner to your purity. And he forced me to drink some of his blood and then buried me in the ground. And the next night I woke up, fixed up, didn't even feel hungry. After a while, realized I wasn't sleeping as much, came down here, stopped sleeping altogether. Blood magic from Dracula in the 20s.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Did he have the medallion?
All of it. If you go to the library and get a picture, or just watch the movie, it's one for one. No deviation.
But he wasn't in black and white.
I can't remember. My eyes were really messed up.
So when you say big wolves, they were just wolves, or?
They were the size of what would now be considered a minivan.
That's...
And they're walking on their hind legs at various parts, so was the black wolf, which I guess was Dracula.
They're walking on their hind legs, really chasing the stuff.
Yeah, and shit, they were made of water. They changed as the fight was going on. They got man-shaped and wolf-shaped and big and dire looking.
That's clearly werewolves. So werewolves exist.
Yeah, or they could have been gangrels.
Oh.
Gangrels exist.
Forgot about that. Not that they exist, but that's the thing they could do.
Yeah, some vampire powers let you turn into animals. That's how Bruno got down here. He came down as a whale or a shark or some sort of octopus.
Neat. So, you started sleeping less when you were up top, though.
Yeah, a couple hours here and there, I noticed. Usually during the winter.
That's out of character. Does that just sound like something that is...
No.
That's not normal? That's weird.
It's not normal.
That's really weird, because, yeah, people down here are sleeping a lot less, too, but...
Oh yeah, that kicks in after, like, I don't know, a while.
But you actually are awake, like, all day.
Pretty much.
That's insane. How... I don't know what the fuck else to say right now. I don't know what else to roleplay right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm afraid, with one door down, we go to Kevin.
Okay.
Am I rolling?
What would you want to roll?
I don't know.
Are you trying to butter him up? Or are you trying to...
Manipulation and socialize?
Yeah, you can roll manipulation and socialize. See where you go.
Okay, I don't have socialized, so I
Okay,
only have one dice.
what other skills do you have?
I thought it was going to be manipulation and occult because you were figuring out, oh, that's a werewolf.
You were buying into his story.
Hmm.
So what's your manipulation and occult?
My manipulation is 2, my occult is 2.
4 dice.
You want to spend a willpower?
I got 2 successes.
That's a success. Alright, now we cut to Caesar.
Pause.
We're back.
Alright.
Okay, so you're going to pass on through the Japanese dome.
Yep. First I got to get in there, though. I don't have
Okay.
a passport.
There is a border check crossing.
Alright.
People are being walked through gates, and they're being, like, wanded. There's those guys in those black suits.
Like, you're allowed to go in, it just takes a long time if you don't have the proper passports.
Japanese
Right?
greetings.
Basically.
Yeah.
You have to pay the right amount of money, too. You can get a day pass. They do a background check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just give them your passport. Your dad's a cop.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I'll just go in like that. Basically, keeping an eye out for any time there's a chance to slip further down the line or past them.
Not really. They're pretty efficient about this.
Hmm.
But, yeah, they take your ID, and, like, one of the guys, like, one of the private PMC guys just kind of looks at your thing, looks at you. Little Caesar?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, and they just give you back your passport and wave you on.
That never gets old. Huh.
I know your dad, because he's PMC now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have, like a security job. He does, like, desk work, but, yeah.
So yeah, around midnight, I slip into the Japanese dome.
You don't slip in. They just let you in.
Oh, I know. And I'll head straight for that shop.
Okay, it is in one of the more sparse parts of town that still has like a lot of like concentrated housing and stuff. Like there's a corner store and there's a concentrated housing, and then where there should be another bit of housing, there's just like a electronics repair store. It's all written in German, and like the store hours are like constantly like crossed out and rewritten. The lights are on. The store is open, and there's a note that says just leave your stuff on the counter.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna just go on in there.
All right, you as you walk up to the door, it's automatic sliding doors. They don't slide open for you. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
walk up thinking they'll open, and you stop yourself walking into them because they don't open.
It's a fucking vampire thing. Ugh.
There's a sign with a happy face with little fangs drawn in with a no cross on it. There's also one for a pointy hat. There's also one for a Tinkerbell. There's also one for a dog in a suit. There's also one for Frankenstein's monster. There's also one for what looks like a very crudely drawn picture of a Ghostbuster with a bunch of Mardi Gras beads around its neck. And there is also one for what looks like a smiley face that's a devil.
Unfucking believable. Come on. Just, I'm gonna jimmy this door open.
Just open it with your hands like a person. Because it's not locked.
Oh yeah,
It's
but that
just
would
a
require
sliding
my
joke.
fingerprints here. My vampire fingerprints.
Vampires don't leave fingerprints.
Oh,
They don't have any oils, so they can't leave fingerprints.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrench it open.
Unless
That's,
It's not even
That's
wrenching. It's just like a
maybe.
grocery store and we go in through the outdoor because we don't care. It just slides open. You're greeted by some karaoke music, like a little karaoke riff. And it is an electronics store. There's an island in the middle that's like a counter area where there's like a cash register, and then all the walls are covered in shelves of electronics. Speakers, TVs, cameras, they're all hooked up to the TVs, karaoke machines, video game consoles, arcade cabinets, what looks like a Roomba, but really big and bulky, like from the Rocky movie. And it has like a face, and the face looks like it's crying. Like someone put like paper over it to make it look like it has a crying face.
Huh.
It says "I'm sick." There's a Teddy Ruxpin doll sitting on like the counter, and it's singing like crooners jazz and looking at you.
That's very unsettling. I'm gonna quickly case this place for any security cameras or
Everywhere,
everywhere.
but you're not showing up on any of the monitors.
Oh,
Like this is really weird because you're standing. You're not realizing it, but you're not standing where you want to be standing. Like you're trying to walk right in front of the cameras, but when you're not paying attention, you've moved like kind of just outside their range, just unconsciously, like an unconscious habit, and you're not showing up on any of these.
what the fuck? That's
It takes a lot of effort for you to actually concentrate and put your hand in front of a camera.
that is super fucking cool.
Right?
I'm a fucking cat burglar. All right. I'm gonna try to find the back door or the door to the basement.
At the back of the store, instead of being white and laminate tile covered, there is a mahogany wood back of the store that has like a plaque nailed to the wall that has like sort of Sabrina the Teenage Witch style font that says "Magic with a K, Curios with a K." And there's a little shelf that has black candles that are vanilla scented, mortar and pestles, dragon statues with quartz crystals on them,
So I'm playing a saxophone.
and feminine hygiene products. And it says on the display, "Magic supplies for Wicca."
Oh my god, this is amazing. These fucking stupid teens. All right, basement then.
Yeah. If you hang out near that that area, there's actually like that shelf actually moves,
Oh,
and there's like a back staff area.
neat. Okay. Just gonna slip into there,
You hear some noise behind you.
freeze up. Try to figure out what that is, I guess.
Do you turn around?
Over my shoulder, yeah.
That Ruxpin doll is staring at you on the opposite end of the counter now, strumming along.
Oh god damn it.
Jailhouse. It's singing Jailhouse Rock at this point.
Oh, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. Alright, can I use like a cult to figure out if this is a fucking, like, is this place haunted? Is there something going on? Are there spirits here?
Ghosts. You can roll a cult.
Okay. Occulted.
Wits.
I will pause. Now we're back. All right, 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So, nothing seems overtly magic here, but on a hunch, you close the cabinet, and when you do, a little, like the whole top cabinet of the shopping area, like the merchant area, it's actually one of those sushi rotaries. So when you close it, it rotates everything around to be facing the front of the store again.
Oh, that's fucking tricky. Okay.
Ghosts. Ghosts.
Ghosts aren't real. They want on the
So
side.
yeah, just gonna open it again, slip in there.
All right, in the back.
They weren't on the sign. That's a very good point. But Ghostbusters were, so presumably ghosts are real.
All right, you're in the staff area. There's a staff washroom and a break room. The break room looks neglected and is full of electronics that are being fixed. There's a coffee machine that has a note that says, "Put food in me." There's a mini fridge that is full of food. That's like freeze-dry food. You don't have to refrigerate. Noodle cups and stuff. And back a bit further is a hatch that leads into a basement.
Perfect.
Probably the fridge wanted to feel useful, so we put the food in there.
Gonna open that up. Is it locked or
Oh god,
no? Okay. If I'm being set up here, I'm gonna be
lava. Lava, fucking lava, guys!
I'm just picturing cops surrounding the building as soon as he opens the door, and it's like, oh.
We finally caught him. The Japanese dome super murderer.
Yeah, well, it's
The
gonna be adding to
foreigner.
that count.
Alright, You head down the ladder. It's just like one of those like drop ladders,
Mm-hmm.
and you're in a room. Like it's a fairly big room. It's dark in here. It's actually like darker than normal. Like there isn't any ambient light.
Advanced darkness.
Yeah.
All right. Can vampires see in the dark?
You can see pretty well in the dark, but in complete darkness you get penalties.
No.
But there's probably like a light switch around here.
I'm not going to turn that on.
Do you have a flashlight? Cat burglar?
Yeah. Actually,
Those
I probably would.
old
One of those pen
flashlights.
lights.
Yeah, okay. Boop. Okay, this place is different. It looks a lot like Mr. San Giovanni's room, in that it's covered in tables and chairs and has things hanging on the wall and a lot of coolers.
Corpsey things.
Not like people corpsey things. Like, there's a dentist chair that has dentist drills coming out of it, and there's, like, a mannequin of a person in it, and it looks like it's been drilled into a bit, and has, like, tape deck players and, like, a Tandy 88 computer in its chest cavity with a monitor, and the monitor has an 8-bit heart on it that's beating, but slowly, like, dripping blood out of it, like an artery's broken.
When I play Prometheus.
There's a pool table that has pool balls on it, but the pool balls have been painted like the planets. And when you're not looking, they've slowly like rolled around just out of like where they were the last time, and they're in like an orbit pattern. The walls are covered in posters, and the posters are full of like UFO sighting clippings and like Weekly World News. There's like an article on Batboy, and there's like a pin in it, and there's like a string made of like gold thread that's linking to a little rough picture of Ira, like someone drew a picture of him. On like a printer, like it looks like he came out of a dot matrix printer. This is like a serial killer's basement.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that explains why everyone trusts him.
There's a gun rack, like an actual gun rack, which is strange because you don't see guns in Atlantis 1, and the gun rack is full of Flash Gordon ray guns. Like they glow with internal light when you get over to the rack, like blue and red.
Increasingly tempted to steal one of those, but I'm gonna stay on task here. Trying to find that.
There's a diving helmet on a pedestal. It is leaking seawater into a little basin at the bottom of the pedestal. Inside there is a slow red burning marble that is rolling a bit like it's an eye. Like it's just...
So the same kind of helmet that one...
I mean, it's similar in that that's what diving helmets looked like in the olden days, but it's not hers.
Okay.
But that marble in there, like a big ball, kind of just rolls around against the glass, making a slow, low scraping noise as you walk by it.
Shit, he's actually into magic. Okay, I guess I'm gonna kind of creep through the shelves and tables and try to find anything bird-like.
Okay. There's a display rack with a longsword on it, covered in rust and runes that look different from the ones you saw in the iron. These look like actual runes. The pommel of the sword has a marble in it that has like, I don't know, to get close to the marble.
Sure.
If you look into it, it's bigger on the inside. It looks like there's like a starscape in there.
Oh, holy fuck. Can I look at the runes and try to figure out what those say?
We probably don't have a lot of time to
Yeah.
you can copy them down, but they seem to change depending on how you look at them.
Okay, I'll take a few brief notes depending on like a few directions and then keep
There is a skeleton on like a stand, like a lab skeleton, and it is covered in tape deck and car parts. Like it has like muscle strands made out of engines and stuff, and eyes made out of video cameras, and a tongue made out of like the leather interior of a Cadillac. It's just hanging out there.
Oh fuck.
This is so fucking creepy.
I'm gonna, kind of keep my
Mages.
distance from those.
There's a fridge made out of see-through glass that when you get close to it, there must be like a laser or something that you trip because it lights up on the inside and it's covered in blood packs. Like it's just full of blood packs on a rack.
Tempting.
What if it's his blood? It
Ooh.
might be like magic blood. It might be magic mage blood.
Very tempting.
Right?
Hey, such a bad, but something better.
No, I'm gonna keep looking.
And there's a pedestal in the very back next to a curtain that's been drawn. And on the pedestal is an obsidian black falcon covered in black opal and rubies with little golden eyes that in your flashlight light glint like the sun. Something you've forgotten about since you've been a vampire.
Holy shit, he wasn't pulling my dick.
So what's the reference to again?
The Maltese Falcon. It's a famous movie.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for something similar in weight to the Maltese Falcon.
Haha, you know their tricks.
Behind the curtain, there's another podium, and on it is a little ugly round idol with a big smiling mouth in the fetal position. It looks comfortably familiar.
Oh my god, why are all these people so cool?
What is it?
It's that idol from Indiana Jones, the one he replaces with sand.
Alright, I'm gonna try to find something unobtrusive to pick up.
There is a small UFO with rust and score marks on it on a table with a hammer and a chisel next to it, like someone's been trying to crack it open. There is a bowling ball with a human skull in it that the eyes are the eye holes of the skull and the middle one is the nose hole, and it seems to creak when you get too close to it. There is a large piece of sapphire that seems to be growing in the shape of a human pelvis. There is a lead pipe that looks like it's made of coral.
Let's take the pelvis. And just gonna examine that pedestal for a moment to make sure I'm not gonna set off an alarm or something like that.
There is a piece of tape on the back of the pedestal. It is cellophane tape, and if you were to lift a pedestal, you would break the tape.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure to support that so it doesn't break.
We just whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then carefully reaching the foot for the falcon and holding the sapphire pelvis in one hand. I'm gonna quickly swap those.
Dexterity plus thief skill you have.
Okay.
Bombs.
Plus larceny.
Yeah, larceny, you definitely do this. This doesn't count as sleight of hand, does it?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
sleight of hand. Like whatever
There
your
you go.
Robbie skills are.
That's not a hobby, that's a merit. Which
'Cause
Robbie.
I knew you had a specialty for that.
yeah.
Here, let me pause. Alright, so you're rolling 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You're able to replace the Maltese Falcon with the Golden Idol.
Without breaking the tape.
Without breaking the tape. Well, that's went easier than I thought. I'm gonna...
That Golden Idol has handprints on it where your hands are on it that are... you know how things will sweat?
Uh-huh.
It's sweating in a very black tinged red.
Son of a fuck.
And it like kind of just soaks into the idol. You hear in the distance a very soft chuckling sound.
Are you here? Jig up.
Like the Maltese Falcon is like bleeding?
No, the
No,
idol.
just
The
the-
gold idol.
One he
behind
hasn't
the
even
curtain.
touched?
Oh, the one he did touch. He picked. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't pick
You got
it
the
up.
pelvis. Yeah, nothing happens. You put the fucking pelvis in. It's fine.
Okay.
That idol's cursed.
Oh.
Cursed!
Curses.
Well, I have what I came for, so I'm not gonna steal anything else.
You don't want the UFO or the ray gun?
Or the
I-
magic blood?
I do, but
I mean, who wouldn't?
yeah, the magic blood seems like it's there specifically for like a vampire to be like, I want this.
It's like, he's like, I injected hyper plague into it.
I injected full of sunlight.
Oh no!
And there would be nothing worse than like you get to Dr. San Giovanni and he's like testing it explodes on him. It's like,
Sunlight, he's like, fucking law!
I mean, just tell that it came from a mage, and
I don't know what's a mage though.
I mean, Dr. San
Oh, yeah.
Giovanni's more of a mage than any of you
I
assholes.
mean, tell hey, it came from Iron Man's face.
He like throws it in the garbage.
Yeah, it's like all I know about this guy is that he has a bunch of mystical artifacts in his basement.
Under that pool table, you didn't notice because now you're walking out and you have something that has a bit of light on it.
Uh-huh.
There is something made of gold under the pool table. It is, it's shaped kind of like a box, but it's clearly a sarcophagus, like a mummy sarcophagus. And it's just holding up the pool table. Like a full body person sarcophagus.
Oh shit, are you holding a vampire down here? God damn it.
Like there's hieroglyphs of like bird and dog headed people on it.
I'm genuinely curious about this. So unfortunately, I'm gonna carefully lift that billboard up, or the
Billiards
Bilbo.
table.
billiards table, yes, and put that to the side.
The top of the sarcophagus looks like it's been cracked. A lot of the some parts that they used to move have been yanked out. Yeah, you just want to open it.
Yeah.
It is a gold box on the inside.
Oh shit,
Empty.
you love Egypt.
Pardon?
I said, oh shit, you love Egypt. Because
Yeah.
this guy's all about Egyptian stuff. You can
Oh,
probably
if I'm
help
here.
try to read the hieroglyphs.
There are empty, desiccated carcasses on the inside of like insects.
Like scarabs?
Yeah.
Fucking cool. I'm gonna...
The parts that aren't pure gold, because the gold wasn't, a really pure mixture, have rust signs all over them. Like, from salt water.
Like it was dug up from in the ocean.
A lot of this stuff has those marks on them. Like, a lot of the stuff. Even some of the ray guns have saltwater damage on them.
Awesome. I'm gonna hastily jot down some notes on the hieroglyphs on this sarcophagus. Is there anything like that stands out a lot, or?
Not at this moment.
Okay, I'm not gonna take the time to translate them because I'm robbing a place. So I'm gonna put everything back where it was, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Okay. You leave.
Then yeah, just
What do you do?
what do you mean?
Well, you have it. Now what are you going to do?
I'm gonna take it back to Ira.
You're going to go back to the iron?
Where Michael Ironman is?
I'm going to go through the border patrols with the.
I mean, what are they gonna say? Oh, you went and picked up your.
He's like, this is very beautiful. This is great. It's too good for you to have. Maybe I should have it. And he's going to try to break it.
Dad!
He goes full on one ring.
Are there trolleys that go from border to border, or from
There
dome
are
to dome?
little like golf carts, and there's also like the transit system.
Can I ride on top of the transit system without getting caught, or would that be?
There's a transit car that goes through like some of the depressurized zones.
Oh shit!
So if you hung out on the outside of that and hung on tight, you could probably just make it through.
That would kill me.
It wouldn't kill you. It'd only take like 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, and I don't need to breathe.
You're not a person. You're a vampire.
Okay, I'm gonna climb to the top of one of those.
Oh my god. All right.
You're like, let's see if I can do this.
Like,
So
yeah.
that sounds like that's sneaking him around. Let me pause. Dexterity and stealth.
4 and 4.
Any specialties?
Not for stealth, no.
Okay.
Ten, 9, 9, 8.
Exceptional success.
Exceptional success. You don't even have to climb on the outside. When you're going to climb on the outside, you realize that the conductor car has been automated and is empty.
Oh shit. Okay, this is a better idea.
You're good.
Just gonna get in there.
Do you get a beat for exceptional successes?
No, I think if you get exceptional
All right,
successes,
we'll look it up later then.
you might get conditions that are beneficial.
Oh yeah, you'll probably get a condition. We'll look that up.
Yeah, we can.
Anyway, you ride your way back into the Promenade Dome from the Japanese Dome. Now what do you do?
Do any of you assholes have phones? Like cell phones?
I might have a pager or something like a businessman I am.
Pager would
Pager
make
sounds
sense.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Shit. I assume we would have exchanged numbers and shit like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna text you got it. Cafe across the street.
I think pager like. I think they just like a display. Oh, call number there. So. Oh, whatever.
I'm gonna keep phoning you then until
Okay.
you leave.
You're getting a page. Iris says your hip is vibrating.
Oh. Some payphone, I guess.
You gotta get a cell phone, man. Assimilate.
They're kind of big and bulky.
You're dead. It's not like you get tired, he says, and he picks up his big, giant, white cell phone. White. He has like a hip holster for it. Christ. Under his zoot suit. Or over top his zoot suit.
Guess I'll have to check it. So I'll go to some other payphone here.
There's a payphone outside. Don't put your mouth on it. Because payphones are gross. You don't have to look at me like it's a dark secret. Not everything's a dark secret, Smooth Skin.
I was just
It's just
wondering
gross.
why anyone would have done that. That
To
you
suck
needed
out the
to-
coins.
I don't know. Some people it's when they go to the drinking fountain, they just put their mouth on the whole thing. Some people do that.
That's disgusting.
He shrugs like, baby, I know it.
So go to a payphone.
I am like right down the street actually, so the moment I see you leaving the club, I'm just like
Alright. Okay.
gesturing
Come
everyone over. Go get Ira.
Oh.
Fucking got it.
Okay. I come back. Ira, let's go. Let's
Alright, I guess we're heading out. Then he gets up. You notice that Ariel's not here. You don't know when she left. But the board's already packed up.
Okay.
And you guys get up and go outside. Why are we going outside? I didn't agree to take you guys. And then he sees you. Hey!
Hey. Guess you fucking got it. Guess who's amazing?
Oh wow, you actually got it. Hey, let me see that.
Have it. It's yours. It's yours, John Carpenter. Holy shit, his basement is awesome.
Hey, don't go spraying that around.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's a dangerous man. Dangerous things down there. Dangerous things. He says, looking at the statue
Like,
with greedy eyes. And then you
What
guys
else?
can't see it anymore because he obfuscates it.
what else was down there?
Like a fucking sarcophagi, like guns. Like they look like movie props, but real. Like fucking glowing.
Huh.
Very
I
interesting.
think he has like props from movies and shit in there. It's awesome.
Yeah, those are props.
I mean, some of it isn't. I've got stuff I have to look at, but holy shit.
So, are we good?
You downplayed that so much.
Downplay what?
Him telling us what it is, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like movie prop. It's like, that is not an accurate description of what just happened.
He's processing.
Okay, well, alright, you got me. You recovered the artifact. Perfect. I'll put it somewhere safe. Top men will look at it. You tell your sire that we have a package that has to be shipped out tomorrow.
I thought you were bullshitting me. Fucking falcon artifact thing.
Yeah. What do you think happened to it at the end of the movie?
So, like, is it actually magic, though?
I mean, is anything magic? Is magic real? I don't know. We're vampires. Figure it out. Who can say? But I have it now, and that's all that matters. And I'm going to give it to my sire.
Alright.
So we have a deal. Awesome.
Alright, yeah, let's go.
Yep.
You didn't bring your poster, did you?
Shit, no. I'll catch you around.
Well, that's the other two doors you need.
Pom pom.
Ba-bop. So, you guys get on because this is right by a terminal, so you guys get up on in, and it takes you on through, and you guys head to the Russian Dome.
So,
I'm going to offload the file. And we're back. So, yeah, the Russian Dome. Let me switch to the soundtrack. So yeah, you guys are on the train, you're heading on through, you're able to bypass customs.
yep.
So yeah, I don't know, what do you guys like? Things?
Movies, TV shows.
Yeah, movies are good. I like those old radio dramas.
Oh yeah, like what?
Green Hornet, Spirit, the old Batman ones.
Huh.
I like gardening.
Yeah, I don't really have the complexion for it.
I mean, down here it's all like hydroponics and shit, so.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
That is true.
So how long you been, like this again?
A vampire?
Yeah.
Oh god, the 20s?
Shit. So not that old compared to a few of them, but like.
I know, a lot of these people are stupidly old.
60 years. What's it like adjusting?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, really. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean more like you were in the 20s when this happened, and now it's the 80s. Like shit changed a lot.
Yeah.
You were through the World War.
Oh, no, I was a draft dodger. So
Yeah, it's
I didn't put up
different
with any of that.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna go to school to be like a choir singer, so I just ran away to LA.
Fair. My mom protested against the Nam War and shit like that. So.
Oh man, Nam was
Same.
rough. Yeah, man.
The tail end of it, but
Yeah.
Like we couldn't do a lot of protesting because they usually took place in daylight. But we did like blood drives and stuff. Like real ones.
And sample the product.
No, I had a herd. I'm fine.
How did you build one? I mean, I see you in the arcade all the time. You got like fanboys and girls and shit like that. But is that easy? How do you do it without them being all? You're a monster.
Oh no, I imported a bunch of people from Russia.
Oh, like people you knew?
People that my sire knew.
Oh, okay.
It's like a witch's cult.
Oh, so like secondhand kind of thing.
Yeah, she loaned me a few of her concubine.
Huh. Lucky.
They're pretty great. We play like, Pac-Man.
Huh.
Yeah. But that wasn't that big of a transition. I mean, I died, she turned me, we hung out in LA for a bit, I ran my club. My club was great. I used it as a way to make sure all my old war buddies had a place where they could get burgers for 25 cents.
Sweet.
I didn't change the menu price for 30 years. For them. New people, young people, full price. But it was like a place guys could go to get a drink for, a dime and a song. And then it turned into a place where they brought their second wives and stuff. And then it became a place where they brought their kids, and then it became a place where they brought their grandkids. And, around the time, mid 60s rolled around, a lot of them weren't popping in anymore, and I just moved on, went to Russia.
So I guess you gotta just keep yourself busy. And,
There's plenty to do when you don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can fucking die, from what I understand. You ever had issues with that, like it almost happening, or people trying to...
One time in LA, there was a bad pocket of vampires called Carthians. They were kind of anti-establishment, not awesome. They got in on my turf, and that turned into a bit of a fire war.
Shit.
In that, I was throwing Molotov cocktails through people's windows, and they weren't bothering me anymore.
Seems like fire does that.
Yeah. It's also stupid easy to make napalm.
Not the best idea around here, I imagine.
No. But you don't have to worry about Carthians here. They don't show up. For some reason.
They really don't.
Yeah. No, when I was in LA, it was in Invictus City, the first estate, so I kind of minded my own business. They left me alone. We had herd and territories carved out, paid tribute to the whole thing, and it worked out pretty well. I hear it's not been doing so well in recent years.
Right, LaCroix ran it, didn't he?
Yeah, best not to talk about that around them.
Yeah, Rebecca, kind of.
Yeah. He ran it right up until it exploded.
Shot. Heard that on the news. They thought it was like a terrorist attack or some shit.
Yeah, Venture headquarters.
Right.
He's a Venture, right? So he has a business called Venture Enterprises.
That's
I know, it's amazing.
Ventures.
it's really on the nose.
Yeah, so their symbol, the company's symbol, is the symbol that his people use. With the V, with the crown and stuff.
Oh wow.
And megalomania.
I know, but it went a little sideways because LaCroix dipped into things he shouldn't be dipping into, and that whole tower exploded.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
Yeah, I remember that. It's
Holy fuck.
it's crazy.
Yeah, the LA city bombings.
Yeah, weird reports about that. Looking back now, it's obvious that some supernatural shit was going on. But
Yeah, there's a VHS tape you can watch of the explosion going off. A helicopter caught it because they were doing a weather report, and the top of the tower burst outward and was covered in gold light, and it all sunk down like it was melting. Crazy. A few people from Fyodor's side were analyzing that for decades, trying to figure out what it was. Well, decade, but it's still a long time.
well, seeing as LaCroix doesn't really talk about it, I guess no one's really had any luck getting his.
It's pretty hard to get FaceTime with him on that. Yeah, that's not normal.
Shit, yeah, it's not healing. I thought
I won't ever heal.
Yeah, do we heal from sunlight burns if we get caught? Or?
Oh yeah, it's super easy. You just you're fine.
So that's unnatural, yeah.
Yeah, if you get your arm cut off or get your hand stuck in a meat grinder or end up accidentally walking into the wrong part of a blender or something, a couple nights it'll reset itself to the night you died.
Oh.
Say we get like a haircut.
Question.
Wow.
So, this might be rude, but I mean, her eyes are like literally like going like to the side and back to him. Like, I mean, what's up with? Like, did you look like that when you were alive?
Oh God, no. Here. Hold on. He like goes into his like suit and pulls out a picture of him.
Oh.
Super handsome.
Oh wow.
Like what's his name? Not Sinatra. The other guy, Denny. Shit. DeVito.
No!
There we are. He looked kind of like a discount Dean Martin.
Huh. Shit, man. So,
Yeah.
So what? You're what do they call it? Clan?
Yeah, it's the type of breed of vampire you are. I'm what you call a Nosferatu, like that movie.
And that just makes you like all that?
Some of them don't look like anything. Some of them look like people, but they're just, awful to be around. I saw this one chick, super well put together, but she had an actual, like, little bat nose, like, kind of batty ears. Other than that, like a 10.
Huh.
Some of them just have, like, a smell or, like, a feeling, or just, like, you hear like, an insect buzzing around them,
So just creepy.
It's like a philosophical thing. You'd have to talk to my sire about it. She's more on the ball with that. But it's more like we're like the monster, the predator.
Alright.
So is Veronica one of you?
Who?
Veronica?
Veronica? No, she's just a gangrel. They're super predators. Like they're wolf people. They're hunters. They can turn into animals and stuff.
Oh.
So
She just made her face look like that on purpose because it's fun for her.
Oh.
Because she can change what her body's shaped like. That's kind of what the Ordo Dracul's all about. They're like a scientist if science were like a sin against God.
so
Like less vaccines and more, blood orgies.
So does Anastasia Romanoff look like that then?
Like me? Nah, this is just what I look like on the inside, I guess. I can't properly describe what my sire looks like. She's great. The color of the woman in white. All the clothes she wears are white, like a wedding dress, like a big, fancy, rich Victorian or Russian era wedding dress.
So she buys into the whole majesty of being undead predator of the night thing, I guess.
She's also royalty.
Yeah, yeah, that is fuck.
She's also like a witch queen. They call her Baba Yaga.
What?
Yeah, her and Theodore's baby brother Sire. They it's just hilarious that they got turned into vampires. They're from very different families of vampire, like different sections of the Russian elite.
Two different sires, man.
Yeah, like he's not one of me. No, he's one of you.
One of me.
One of you.
Right.
He's like LaCroix. No, he's like you and the
San Giovanni, Dr. San Giovanni.
I actually made the hand motion on the train, like the salute.
So, you gotta tell me, is he actually a Nazi? Like, is he? Like, is there like a room behind his office where there's like Nazi propaganda, and does he have a secret Nazi room?
My character looks very confused. What?
Is your sire a Nazi?
No, stop saying Nazi. We're in public.
No one's paying attention to you guys. The train car's basically empty at this time of night.
It wasn't when we first got here, and they're like, oh. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, does he have a room with like, a bunch of arcane tools and a golden eagle statue or something?
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
weird.
he has arcane tools.
I mean, he's basically exploiting people like Dr. Mendeleev, but...
Dr. Mendeleev.
Mendeleev.
I say clearly
I mean, I wouldn't...
parroting something he said to me, by the way.
Just
I wouldn't know...
I just wanted to make it very clear. I'm saying something that he has
Okay.
said to me.
Okay, basically, I wouldn't know what Caesar saw, and he never relayed that. So
I'm not going to relay it because
Yeah.
I'd be snitching on another vampire who's being super nice to me regarding giving me blood. So
Mangala. A child burning ants with a magnifying glass. What a disgrace. That's an actual quote from your sire. They should have put that animal They should have put that animal down the first day he showed up to work. Put him in the camps.
never refilling the coffee pot at work.
Just a terrible human being.
Okay.
And also
just,
not a scientist.
And not a scientist.
just making sure. Sure. I think we get to the Russia Dome.
You do. All right. How do you guys want to do your little investigation?
go in with flashlights and look around with our senses, where we're pretty aware of what's going on. Can pick up on the slightest senses, I suppose.
You got blueprints of where you didn't search.
We were pretty thorough. Zozo's pretty thorough, but I don't know. If you want to take a look around the areas that have been hit, go ahead.
Yeah, might as well.
That's.
What's the most recent?
They stop by his bar, A Touch of Class, which is a really classy 1920s like speakeasy.
Oh.
And he gets like a suitcase and gives it to you guys. You open that up when you get down there.
It's a bomb.
Blown out to water.
So you said these things attack people with a pulse. Does that mean if we run into these things, they're not gonna try and?
They'll leave you alone.
Oh.
They're attached. I think they go after warm bodies.
So I need to hear.
I don't think we've ever heard a case of one of them going after a kindred.
Well, we did.
I'm gonna stop by a store on the way down there and buy a thing of those disposable face masks.
Ow!
Face mask?
Yeah, the ones with little elastics that you wear, like
Okay.
people in China always wear.
Sure.
Yeah, just buy some of those.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Because
There's
we're
like
going to a
dust
sewer.
cards,
Oh,
I think.
that's a very, very valid point.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me that we were going to a sewer.
Plus, vampire senses, extra sense of smell.
Oh, please. I'm gonna put it like a dry. We should get like dryer sheets.
Oh yeah, just put dryer
Wait,
sheets.
we don't need to breathe. What are we talking about?
Just so we don't smell, because we still can smell.
Well, you don't have to if you don't breathe. You don't smell things if you're not breathing into it. No.
I still do it natural. I don't do it naturally, but...
You actually do have to spend blood to do that, to get the autonomic systems back kicking.
Oh, really? Huh.
Eh.
Oh, I need to smell them. Okay. Still, gonna wear one of those anyway.
Alright, he leads you to one of the junction points. It's like a big, it's like one of the pillars of the city, and it has like an access door, and he just has a key for it. He just unlocks that, lets you in. It's like, alright, just head on down there and use your map.
okay.
Cool. There's cacophony symbols on here.
Yeah.
They all say the same thing. Stay the fuck out of here. Engineer territory. Danger.
So we need to be escorted in. Nobody will bother us for being here.
Nah, I'll let people know.
Okay.
Cool. The only person you're really going to run into is Kana Zozo if she's in the area, but I think she was doing work outside on one of the auxiliary power lines we're setting up. I can't be sure. They changed so much.
Oh, wait, she?
The diving suit.
That's a she?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay.
Yeah, she was one of the workers down here that Uzuri was ghouling, and then ghouling wasn't allowed, so Uzuri just turned her. And then the next day the prince was like, turning people isn't allowed.
She's chill, though?
Yeah, she's probably outside waterproofing the power cables.
Cool.
There's something biting on them, so she's putting she's lining it with metal or something.
Is that a thing sharks would do, you think?
Sharks don't live down here. We're 6,000 meters below the surface. They die.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The only things that live down here are the things that feed off of whale carcasses when they die. Oh, and vampires. We live down here.
We do live down
Well,
here.
we exist down here.
We exist.
Some of us thrive down here. Bruno thrives down here.
Well, I spent like we're all alive. We'll just make that.
He still feeds on those whales. He'll sometimes go out and bring one down.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah, he used it as a blood pack for a while.
I wouldn't expect him to be someone who fed on animals.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. He goes out and becomes like a squid or something and just grabs one and just drags it down. Drags it so far down until it dies.
Yeah, Wait, why? He's all classy looking. Like, of all the people I'd expect to be, Mr. Seduces people into his lair, that'd be him.
Yeah,
Fair
whales
enough.
don't get it. Whales don't have HIV.
Fuck, that's actually a really fair point.
Yeah. Plus, he just likes sea creatures. I don't know. I don't know, go hang out at one of his times he and Michael Ironman scream at each other and ask him about whales.
Alright.
Anyway, good luck. Oh yeah, here's my cell phone number. There's like direct lines down there. You guys should probably give that a call if shit goes bad. Oh, you know what? Here's the line for my bar. One of my people will they only pick up that phone when like it rings. Like it's a special phone. It doesn't ring normally.
Sweet, alright. Yeah, there's gonna be emergency rooms down there, I imagine, and like...
Yeah, and my phone has a way of tracking which phone you're calling from.
Sweet.
Not my cell, the direct line, the bar line. It doesn't go to the bar. There's like a phone in my lair. It's not important. Just it's a panic button. Just call. That's the panic button. You're pulling the ripcord.
Real appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, and don't take a wrong turn near any of the venting tunnels or anything. Just be careful. Just follow the map.
Okay.
All right. And he just kind of watches you guys as you climb down. You open the suitcase when you get down there.
Okay.
All right, let's change up the music. All right, pause. And we're back. All right, you descend down into the the piping. It's not really a sewer. That's not how the system works. Like these aren't like open like waste sewers. These are more like just water purifier and pressure regulators and utility maintenance stuff.
Yep.
Bunch of big rooms with humming machinery and shit.
They're actually they're a lot of them are rooms that have like water building up under grates and like access into like actual like liquid areas. But there's also like big school bus sized tunnels you can walk through with like a light and stuff. There's also those kind of culverts where it's like a drop in the middle with like water rushing down over it, and like you're coming out of the tunnel and you're in the middle of it. Like big kind of those rooms, those like access culverts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the briefcase.
Yeah, this place is lit by red light, by the way. The briefcase has 5 suits that are like those like suits you put up over yourself to be waterproof.
Oh, waiters.
Yeah. And there's no like boots. They're like little booties that you wear on them. Like it's like a onesie suit, like for someone who's painting a house.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on. I'm wearing good shoes.
You just put your shoes over top of them or whatever.
Oh, not underneath. Check
Well,
my shoes.
They're not that great. Like the quality
Oh.
would get ripped up, but presumably this is also supposed to be smooth,
Yeah.
so it might be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, gonna chance it.
Yeah, there's actually like slip-ons for your shoes to put over them, like in a hospital.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that on.
There are floodlights. Like there's 2 floodlights, one on either side of the case, like the big ones with like the big 20-volt battery or whatever. And there is a super soaker full of liquid.
You want to bet that's fluoride?
Probably. I'm going to guess
Smell it.
you're best with the gun.
Yeah, it smells like fluoride.
What? Why would I be messing with the gun?
You're
Leo.
you're a criminal.
Theodore, you smell it, and it smells like fluoride, and now you want to kill John Lennon.
Because
I
I
control chemicals in the fluoride.
Okay, because I'm a criminal. Okay, we'll go with
You
that.
are.
We'll go with that, Leo.
You are a criminal. Literally earlier, you're like, "Hey, can I do you a favor?" And everyone you asked if I can do you a favor for said, "You can steal stuff from me. That's the favor you can do for me."
It's okay. This is all a learning experience for all
I
of
mean,
us.
that's a burglary, not a crime.
That's a crime. That's illegal. At least in America, it is. Pretty sure it's illegal here too.
Caesar kind of laughs like an asshole and pulls his stuff on.
It's one of those
Yeah.
battery-operated super soakers where like self-pumps.
But no, actually, I can't use a gun for shit. Last time I tried, someone walked up and stabbed me in the liver. So
Do any of you have gun?
No.
Because this is gun skill.
I got weaponry.
Oh
No. What attribute does it use?
Firearms.
Dex and
What's the
firearms.
highest dex?
I have 4 decks.
3.
See, I told you you were best with a gun. After discussing our character sheets.
You all taking them out and like looking at
Spunky as
them.
Shit, is there a better way I could use these?
Is what?
I mean, what? These things aren't gonna attack us or some shit. These aren't like horror movie monsters. They're fucking parasites.
Probably when we'll spray their nest, they will start jumping at us, but until then, we can aim slowly.
Also, I mean, they're as big as cats.
Let's see if we can find like a fire extinguisher around here and fill that.
That's
I don't know that.
You wanna do what with the fire extinguisher?
Fill it with a liquid. And then,
That
The
won't
fire
work.
extinguisher's already full of stuff.
Yeah, see?
yeah, so we'll spray it
Although
everywhere.
if we do like use this and also have a fire extinguisher, I mean, fire extinguishers are really cold, right? To put out the fire. So
Well, it depends on what type you have. You have a couple designations. You got the powder ones, you got the CO2 ones, and you got the liquid ones. And
I don't.
Well, I'm sure it'll turn out perfectly when we actually encounter one of these things. If
I just imagine you guys like dual wielding fire extinguishers, like hitting them with it. They're so heavy. I have weaponry.
I have brawl. That's the one combat skill I have.
Just like tape the fire extinguisher around your fist. I have brawl. One punch, you punch and it explodes the fire extinguisher and your hand and whenever you're punching.
I mean, this is a string thing, not a fucking, bullets full of fluoride. It's not gonna be that hard to aim. And they were never seen or heard from again.
New game.
I was half expecting you to like suggest we bring a person down here as like bait.
Why would I ever do that?
Because you're like not gonna attack us though, right? Like they'll only attack like living people. So I thought you were gonna be like, we should get a
Just
person.
bring a cat in a cage.
No.
Fucking Jonesy from Alien.
So I guess there's probably still workers who work down here. Not right now, but like
I guess.
these are probably still occupied. So we should look for the places that aren't usually full of workers. Places that are closed down currently. I guess we look at the map and see if there's any areas he jotted down of where.
Yeah, let's look at the map. Let's look at some weird places that aren't really that marked on the normal map, so we'll know where people don't look.
All right. So, right ahead first. Tunnels all around you. Different doors that lead to different rooms, like all that. Like they're like kind of curved doors that you like open inward and then shut and stuff.
Are there any areas that would be full of a lot of stagnant water?
There's a sluice drain.
I'd say we go there first. Stagnant water seems like a place where, eggs and nests would be.
Oh, we should have asked how their nests are. Like, are they in water? Are they in like webs? Right?
Oh, we'll
All
see.
right. Well, let's pause. We're back. So, you were looking for the sluice drain.
Yep.
All right. There's a few twists and turns you have to take, and some of your map's wrong. Like, you just head down a tunnel and then head up a ladder and go through a crawl space, and that ladder isn't there.
I'm gonna mark down shit as we go.
Yep.
What do you mean?
So-
Like mark down the inconsistencies.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Map Man probably
Oh,
would
yeah,
be
right.
better at that part.
Architect.
So yeah, without that,
question.
you're gonna have to find a workaround to get to where you have to go.
How high is your score for that?
What? Science and engineering with 3, intelligence 3, so that's a 6.
I mean, it doesn't take much to be like, oh, there's supposed to be a ladder here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
mark
Well,
down
no.
that there's no ladder.
I was just wondering, because crafts also is for blueprints and stuff. So.
Either or. Okay, so we need to figure out how to get up there without a ladder. Is it like small enough that you can shimmy your way up, or?
The crawl space isn't there. It looks like
Oh.
Sorry, are we trying to go up or down?
up a ladder into a crawl space.
The crawl space isn't there.
Yeah, where's the
Oh.
ladder?
Oh.
Hmm.
So,
Alternate routes.
Well,
Well, to get where you have to go up, and there's a few ways you can do that. You could surface up a level into kind of this like electrical maintenance area where the power conduits are threaded, or you can go down through some of the partially flooded areas that are like waist-high water, and kind of just use the ceiling railings to pull yourself along and come up under the obstruction tunnel.
So I'm going to be frank. I'm pretty sure we can still be electrocuted, and I'm not too keen on testing out that theory.
Doesn't hurt that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they went through it. Electricity's not that bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Waist-high water sounds like a good way to see if there's anything down there. It's, again, deep water.
I suppose.
Are there any like emergency kits along the wall or anything like that?
Not in this area.
Flares.
Looks like there's what you would call rally rooms, like rally points along the way for like in case of emergency you rally there, and they have the most direct ways out of this section.
So probably have like phones everywhere and that's about it.
Like emergency kits. A rally point would have like an emergency kit. It would probably have a ladder heading out. It would also probably have like more lighting.
Yeah.
We should start marking our way.
I mean, we've got the map right here.
The map is useless.
I mean, we're updating it.
Alright.
So which way?
Well,
Is this actually sewer water?
No.
Then yeah, going down. It's fine. If it's not sewer water, then it's not fine. It's fine.
okay. Just head on down, take the big lights, keep them dry, and let's go.
Okay, so yeah, the water's going against the current, so you'll have to use those, and it's about waist high, so you have to use the monkey bars at the top basically to pull yourselves along.
Okay. Good. So what would that be? Athletics? The dex or something?
It's not enough of a problem to make you have to roll.
Okay.
It's just tricky. Like it's just if you're not careful, you can end up like getting swept away if you're not on your toes.
Okay.
So you're able to pull yourselves through. You don't drop anything. Like you're not taking any crazy risks or anything. So.
No. That's a little bit unlikely.
Alright. In that case, as you're going through the moving water, you notice that there's a T-junction in here that isn't on the map.
Oh.
The T-junction is a little bit wider, like it goes out into a wider tunnel, but there looks like there's a water gate that's up here that stops the water from like spilling over into it. Like some does, but not a lot. And it heads out into a slanted going down tunnel that has glass on the outside of it.
Huh. What's on the other side of the glass?
Rock.
That's so weird.
Well, I guess we're on top of like.
And not like rough rock either, like cut, polished rock.
Huh.
Why do people glass?
Wait, thermal energy, right? That's what this place runs on?
Geothermal.
Geothermal. So it's going to be close to the ground, so of course there'd be rock right underneath. But glass, maybe it's just...
Like
I mean,
this looks like one of the observation pipes. You've seen some of the tours, but it's observation pipe to nowhere.
Maybe they're planning to build something down here and change their minds.
I think the engineers are just messing with things.
Right.
Did you head over down into there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds...
Alright. Yeah, you head on down. It's maybe 30 meters slanted downward to the end of the pipe, where like kind of just it's like a round kind of tunnel. And yeah, the ceiling and the floor and the rounded wall are just like porthole glass after porthole glass. Some of the colors stained and is differently differently like colored.
You think it's supposed to be a pattern?
Well, let's look around, see whether it reminds us of anything. Cacophony? No.
The glass is made out of stoplight glass. It looks like not the outer exterior, but the interior of it looks like it's been socketed with a stoplight. So the exterior is that kind of durable, like super reinforced pressure glass, but the inside has been like cut and mounted with stoplights.
So I guess it would be signaling if something is going down.
Maybe someone's indicating this is their close to their lair, so they're decorating it.
Could be decorative. This could be a tribal thing.
Okay, can I roll for cacophony to figure out whether that's a sign or...
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that's intelligence and streetwise, was it? Success. And 2 successes.
2. There's markings in some of the metal and stuff, and the way that things have been arranged, because there's like maybe 30, 40 of these little portholes all over that have been colored. It looks like this area is alerting people it's the lowest point of like the river. Like in the wild, like they leave cacophony marks for like rivers and stuff, and like where stuff would pool and where things would gather. This is like the lowest gathering point, even though you're very certain this is not the lowest point of the city. Not even close.
Weird. So I guess that's the lowest water point for these tunnels around here, maybe?
Could be. Some of the water is pooling up on the glass, but judging by how much spills over and how much this place constantly has water running through, this thing should have been flooded by now.
Are there any signs that it's been damp recently, or?
It's damp right now. You guys walked on through and spilled it over when you added your body weight to the river.
Oh.
Yeah. But the top has been spilling over a bit.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it does spill over.
But like our body weight didn't make it go down more.
No, the pipe didn't sink itself.
Okay.
No.
Because us going to the sort of edge, whatever, spilled the water over us. We
Okay.
were going over as well.
Do you have to spend blood to make breath?
Blush
You
of
mean
life?
blush of life?
I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
You spend 1 blood and it lasts a scene.
My first thought when I see windows is that there might be something written on them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess we can use the light to try refracting something, maybe even without blowing on it, it will see something.
That makes sense.
I mean, are they really going to be able to write something on stoplight glass? That's kind of rough.
Not at the stoplight glass, but like there's a whole glass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The whole wall is glass, right? And it's not facing anything where it makes sense to be a window here.
Nope. Okay. I guess we examine the glass more carefully.
It's been cut, polished to be see-through, and it's been mounted into here in a way that like it'd be tricky to pull out.
Yeah.
Like it's clicked into place basically.
So someone did this on purpose.
Does it match anyone's aesthetic as far as vampires in the city?
Nothing you'd be that familiar with, really. It's just strange.
Yeah.
Like, it almost strikes me as something Ira would do.
Yeah.
But I think he would have told us if, there's any specific areas that were...
This isn't even on the map,
Yeah.
and this is like one of Ira's up-to-date maps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess he didn't list any kind of areas where he wouldn't want us to go, fucking vampire layers down here or some shit. Wouldn't
Yeah,
marked it on the map for us.
You've heard along the grapevine that all the engineers have a single nest that they all communally sleep together in, and area. So you wouldn't be finding individual nests out here. That's not how it works.
Huh.
They have a hive that they all have defended and protected each other's stuff in.
Okay. Well, if this is just a dead end, then...
Wait, is it? Did it turn around or something?
Pardon?
Did this turn around or is it a dead end?
This is a dead end. This is just a T-bar that dead ends. If you go back and start heading back up the river, you can go straight back up.
Okay.
It's just one of those weird things. There's a window display area down here, and the rock on the outside's been cut and carved and polished.
Anything
Which
interesting
implies
about-
to you, Mr. Architect, means they drilled through the bedrock down
Yeah.
here and then built the tunnel in around
Yeah.
it.
So is there anything interesting about the rock?
The rock isn't volcanic, and that's strange to you because all the rock around Atlantis one is volcanic. It's the shelf it's built on.
Oh.
The rock around here is what kind of engineering architecture skills do you got, Rockman?
Science of engineering?
All right, into that.
I also have crafts, which lets me be really good at fucking anything. Like diagrams and stuff. Schematics is what I'm looking for.
All right, let's see what Pete gets.
2, 3.
Sweet. 3 successes.
Yep.
This is the type of rock you'd find in the Grand Canyon.
Oh.
Like, it's layered. It has that kind of limestone layering to it and would not do great around water. And like you're looking through under the windows and you can actually see like a fossil in it, like a plant fossil.
Oh. So some sedimentary rocks and so on. Okay.
Are there any buildings in Atlantis 1 that have this kind of rock?
Like a museum?
A museum or just like a building that has this kind of rock as like its walls for some reason?
Or like its foundation?
Yeah.
No. Like, yes, but not underground.
I guess. Is it that common for the crew to get into that rock? So as they're drilling, as this rather.
When you
remarkable?
were down here, it was pretty consistently igneous rock. Like it was
Yeah.
volcanic material across the board and a sea shelf.
So I'm guessing that they found this pocket of rock and someone just drilled into it to be able to observe it, or I don't know, maybe count the layers or something like that. So
Could be. All right. Well, you're bringing that up. Let's have you roll Dex and Craft.
Dex and craft.
Dex.
Dex?
Yeah.
Huh. So that's 5. Do I have a specialty in craft or anything? No. Three successes.
All right. Well, where Fyodor is pointing out, like, you know, hey, it's igneous rock, or it's like sedimentary rock. It's like the Grand Canyon. There's a fossil there and stuff. You kind of notice that the plate where the fossil is made of a different type of glass. It's made of plastic. Not the type that would be like pressure resistant. So like you put your hands in to kind of like fiddle around with
Yeah.
it. There are grooves cut into it, like circular grooves, and there's finger holes, and you can rotate it.
Yeah, I'll do so. Can you like unscrew it or?
Yeah, you can pull it out, and when you do, a lot of the floor that you guys are on slants downward and opens.
Can I hold on?
Like it doesn't drop you. It's like
Oh,
you can
okay.
be on either side of it, but it's a ramp that walks down, and stale air comes out.
Oh shit, Leo.
What kind of thing is that?
What kind of thing is what?
The fossil.
The fossil.
A plant, like a leaf.
Can I identify as it? Or is
Not
that-
right.
Okay. I was hoping maybe survival would help me.
It seems more academic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you need a book.
Okay.
Ancient plants.
Draw a picture.
That water
I'll draw a
st-
picture. I'm good at pictures.
That water
You just
starts
keep
flooding
doing it, so
down
I just
into
keep
where the
telling you
ramp
to do it.
was.
Okay.
Like not a lot of it, but like whatever water cooled here floods down to that room.
Okay. Hopefully it won't close after we go down there. I was almost going to listen to the Terrence voice for a minute there.
Oh my god.
And this is where they store all the union workers.
Can I use all specs that I smelling out what might be beneath there?
Sure. Roll.
So it's with empathy and all specs. So 4, 6, 7, 8. One, 2 successes.
There are bodies down there.
Oh.
Can I, is there blood?
No.
Although that's weird. Like, vampires exist, Nicole. It's not actually that weird that there wouldn't be blood.
They didn't move the bodies. You guys head in?
Yes.
All right. Floodlights on. You guys goonies your way down there. The ramp descends into a cave that's been carved of like this rock, this sediment rock.
Before we go down, can I like jam something in the thing I pulled out just in case it tries to go back when we're down there?
What would you jam in there? Your super
pencil.
soaker? A pencil?
Pencil.
Yeah,
This
the
guy's
pencil. The
drawing.
pencil will fucking stop this. Good. All right.
Alright, I won't do it then.
Because the pencil would just be snapped and crushed.
The pencil is out there.
All right. Down the ramp you go. Yeah, it's a cave. It's been carved out of this material. When you look behind you, the ramp like goes down into like a natural kind of opening in this cave that they filled with metal and like clad this thing in. Water is kind of soaked into the rock around here. Like this is where they've been, draining whatever pushes over until they can actually finally seal this place up. It smells musty and corpsey in here. But it's a tunnel that curves around, and there are sconces drilled into the wall that have actual torches in them, like wood wrapped in like oil.
So, either of you ever read like Lovecraft or some shit?
No.
No? I'm getting a huge Lovecraft vibe here. Shit.
Do you write horror novels?
What?
I meant to say, does he write like love novels, like romance novels, or?
Oh no, man! Like horror shit, like deep in the mountains of madness, and fucking
Great movie name.
fucking monsters who come up from the deep sea to incorporate themselves in society.
Huh.
And they look kind of human, but there's something wrong with them.
So, Ira?
No.
Let's find where that smell's coming from.
Oh, do you light any of the wall sconces?
That's
Do you have a lighter?
Yep.
I also look to Caesar to ask that question. Although he probably smokes.
Wait, you're vampires. Fire.
Can I just be like, like over my eyes?
Rorschach! The fire rage.
Actually, wait, it's torches. So that would imply that a vampire didn't make these, because fucking fire.
Unless they're into that.
Can I light these without freaking out, or?
You'll freak out a little. Probably a lot. We'd have to look up the fire freak out rules. The
I'm not-
tantrum rules for fire.
I'm not gonna then. I'm gonna.
Let's
stick
not
with the
light them
floodlights.
until it figures out that might do something.
You know, what'd be fucking sick is if it was one of those things where when we find out the source of all the sconces like start lighting up in a row, and we all start freaking the fuck out.
That would be scary.
Yes.
Oh man.
Corridor slants and loops around and goes down a bit. You keep walking. The walls have like pockets in them, like a Canterbury monastery that have been bricked and have like skulls with candles in them and like weird shiny offerings, like rosaries and like little jars that have gems displayed on them in like little patterns.
Does it look really old or just
Oh
like
yeah,
older than Atlantis one? Like it looks like it should not be here.
pretty old.
This makes no sense. This shouldn't be here. The rock isn't even from this part of the ocean.
I mean,
So I'm kind of reminded when I was going to Michael's place and robbing his shit. He had a lot of weird like occult shit down there, like swords with like runes on them, and fucking totems and shit, and they all looked like they were from deep under the sea,
Huh.
like a fucking sarcophagi,
we.
like Egyptian sarcophagus, just down there.
Does this look Egyptian?
I don't know.
This looks fairly Catholic,
Mm.
or at least British, like England stuff. Like that, like there's writing and stuff. You can tell it's Latin
Ah.
because you have intelligence and academics, you guys, right?
I don't have academics or
I
intelligence.
with academics.
There's Latin writing on this shit.
Oh my.
Some Celtic stuff here and there.
Ah.
We can't hear anything from inside the bricked up walls, right?
Oh no, it's definitely quiet down here.
Just
There's a
water
drip
trickling.
from water coming from that thing you opened up.
Let's go on further and investigate.
Yeah, eventually the cave gives way to like stone that's been like carved, like brickwork, and you're in a large chasm. You're in a large cave. Like it's rectangular. It's probably 3 stories, but it's like open concept and has like Roman pillars in it. And it's probably, I don't know, maybe half the area of a football field.
Jeez.
and like there's like like rafters and stuff where like people would sit and look down, and in this middle area is a giant stone table with seats all around it, and a large seat at the back of the room that looks like a throne with like old musty banners, and every chair is full with a mummified corpse and like knight's armor.
Holy fuck.
What? What?
Is this King Arthur?
How many chairs are there?
Like a dozen.
Yeah, like a dozen.
What? We should have brought a camera.
Right.
It didn't occur to me to bring a camera on a pest kill mission.
The one of the banners are very different. Like they all have that kind of heater shield design to them, and one of them's like of emerald green that has two dragons facing away from it. Another one has crowns on it.
Can I?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
One of the coat of arms is like green with like two dragons fleeing from each other. Another one has crowns on it and stuff.
Can I make some kind of roll?
Do you have academics?
No.
Yeah,
Do you have academics?
I put on academics.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm educated.
My character's the least educated of all of you.
So they're all.
And
And in academics.
We have here 1, 2 successes.
Yeah, one of those coat of arms is like the old style fiction Uther Pendragon coat of arms.
Oh.
It's like over the throne where there's like a suit of armor with a crown on it that's all mummified. And there's the table in the middle has 11 seats on it. The one closest to the throne doesn't have a chair. And then there's like 138 other seats in these side rooms with knights in them. There were 150 knights at the round table.
So, like, you think we found, like, do you think we were just built on top of the actual fucking Atlantis or something? Because, fuck.
I mean, this is like
I mean, Atlantis was ancient, more like Greek. This is British.
I mean, Atlantis doesn't exist, so it could be anything.
Are you going to not tell us?
I mean, this looks like, King Arthur's legends and all. Like, those insignia do match what the stories are telling about.
What? I thought King Arthur was fake. I thought that wasn't a real thing.
I mean, I thought
vampires.
vampires.
It's the best
Bye-bye.
response to any of that.
I mean, fair enough, but I don't even know what to do about this. Call a museum?
Maybe a mausoleum.
Call the police?
What? I'm here to report, like, medieval age murder?
Right? Like, this is insane. And they're all just sitting here dead. Oh, did we step into the room yet? Oh, my character
yes.
probably doesn't know video game conventions.
But where they're all gonna animate and come at us?
Right? Or at least the king.
+5 undead bane swords.
Oh, God.
Let's investigate it.
How are
It's
you
like, well,
holding
they're
that?
undead. Grab it. Ah.
Okay. I look closer at the king.
I mean, if you know anything about like pop culture or Arthurian legend, it's clearly made out to be King Arthur. His sword's right there at his side. He's like leaning on it. It's in its sheath.
This looks all too tempting.
Well, you're gonna rob some ancient graves here?
I mean,
If you keep investigating, you'll notice that Lancelot's sword is missing.
oh. Did you mention some
What?
sword?
Oh, yeah, I did, actually. Huh. Wonder if he raided this place before us.
Huh.
What are you said there are runes on it.
Yeah,
Is it
actually.
They
Match
match
anything around
all
here?
of the heraldry. in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out that napkin I have with the writing. Let me,
I see we have a notebook.
Lancelot's sword, Arondite. The Fey sword.
Of course he'd have
Fucking
the fucking...
stole a Fey killing sword. My god.
He knew.
Okay, that makes more sense now. So, I wonder if he did this. Shit, that is his style. Fucking lights up there. Secret little passage.
Huh.
I don't even know How did he find this if that's the case? Why is it here? We're nowhere near England.
You are aware just from knowing what people know about Michael Ironman. He was here with the build crew. He helped lay the foundation.
Fair, actually.
And then he never left.
But also,
And then he never left.
we're nowhere near England.
I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean. Maybe continental drift. I mean, ancient
Wrong
times.
plates, but those are wrong plates, but.
I mean, this doesn't look like it's part of the castle that fell into the fucking ocean. This looks like it's its whole own thing. Maybe they sailed off and.
What happened to King Arthur when he died?
Knocking it up here.
I don't know the legend, so.
My character wouldn't know that either.
What did happen to King Arthur?
When King Arthur died, he was carried off to Avalon, where he would wait until England needed him.
Oh, so this is Avalon.
But I mean, all these other
That's the
people
myth.
didn't get fucking killed and brought there.
I mean, only the people that matter. I mean, who talks about Sir Joffrey, the 100th Knight?
But they're all here. There's just rows and rows of corpses everywhere.
I mean, there are cultures that bury their dead along with their kings and all. Or the living with the king, and then they die.
These people have a lot of self-control to have just sat here and slowly died then, because there's no fighting looking. They're just sitting here.
Yeah, you're a doctor, aren't you? Can you, like, investigate this and figure out how they died or some shit?
I can try.
You're a doctor.
I'm not.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
I've never done any kind of criminal investigations or anything, and they're really old. I mean, I'll try.
Well, this is a perfect time for the investigation system. You could have collected clues, put together a theory.
I mean,
We're already halfway through, though.
yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll make a medicine roll?
Wits plus medicine, Nicole.
This does not include pharmacology, I'm assuming, so...
No.
Smoke's really bad.
I'm right. Can't you smell that? Oh.
2 successes.
A lot of these people have mortal wounds.
Oh, you actually do have lots of fighting moves.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting here.
Yep. They're in like peaceful, like restful poses, like they were all eating and drinking around a table. The king at the head of the table and on his throne has a particularly rough wound in his heart.
Which I'm assuming isn't there anymore. I'm assuming they're skeletons.
Yeah. Well, they're mummified, like a lot of them,
Oh,
like
right.
really roughly mummified.
I wonder if there are any traces of blood left at all.
Oh god.
No?
So
Hey.
right.
Drink that right the fuck out.
Right? King Arthur's blood?
It's like,
Now
oh, I'm king of England.
Turns out that's what all the blood is, actually. From his basement.
He had access to time.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know...
Well, the question is, if we take something from here, will they come back to life and haunt us forever?
I don't know, are zombies... Oh. Are zombies a thing?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean your type of zombies. I mean like fucking mystical zombies that come back on their own because we,
I have no idea. Even if it's not zombies, I mean... I might be cursed, might be ghosts. I don't know how much of that stuff exists.
I mean, fucking Mike just stole a sword, Lancelot's sword, and keeps it in his basement with his nerd shit, so...
Fair. Although, wasn't Lancelot a betrayer?
Wasn't he like the chosen one that he wasn't supposed to be the king of the knight of the round table?
Could keep his
Stop
dick in his
it.
pants, is what I understand.
Plus his son, shit, I don't remember his name actually, but his son was really awesome. His son was a real good one.
Yeah.
Lancelot's corpse gets up and is like, well, listen here, guys.
Galahad.
Shit talking me.
Okay. Can I use Auspex to investigate the sword, see whether there's something weird and kooky about it?
You're going to use Auspex in here because you're overwhelmed by auras in here. This place is fucked up. There's an energy in the air. This place is on fire.
Jeez. So, do you think...
Also, Lancelot's corpse is like 9 feet tall.
Yeesh.
The man was a giant.
So, should we leave it alone, or should we risk something?
Let's look around a bit.
That's all that's in this room. Like, it's just a big dining hall with banners and...
150 corpses,
Yeah.
149 swords.
So I guess I can't like tell secrets about people if they're not alive.
No. Dead people have no secrets.
I mean, you know a secret that possibly Iron Man nicked a sword from here.
I learned all this.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the supernatural thing.
Yeah.
I mean, are they supernatural?
I mean, this is pretty supernatural.
Okay.
You're at the bottom of the ocean, there's... Someone has either recreated the Knights of the Round Table, or this is the Knights of the Round Table.
Also,
The pop culture version.
I'm fairly going to count this as counting that Michael Iron Man is obviously actually magic and not just fucking with us. So I'm going to take that aspiration as
You
a
could take
counter.
that. You could have that.
Okay.
Do you think like Nosferatu even notices down here?
Well, I'd assume so. I mean, there's a fucking secret passage into here and everything, so either
Didn't
he
he
built that
kinda-
alone, or
He might have. I mean, he was here before everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
could have been him.
how do you really build something like this without any help, though?
I mean, he could have had some people help him. I don't
You
know.
said it smelled corpsey, but was it just these skeletons, or was it like fresher corpses?
Just these mummified remains.
Okay, like there's no newer ones in the walls or anything?
Nope.
Hmm.
So this isn't at all what we were looking for, but I really wish we would have brought a camera. Like, definitely we need to figure out how we got here on the map. Hopefully it doesn't change when we try to come back.
I mean, it's up to the Nosferatu, basically, at this point. Well, if the Nosferatu change the tunnels, we might not be able to reach this place again.
Yeah.
So we should not tell them about this.
Well, no.
So the question is, do we want to take anything from here?
I'd rather not risk it.
I mean, what would we do with this shit?
Right?
I
If
mean-
anything, I would want his heart.
I mean, a crown for a prince are probably very well received.
You got me a cursed crown?
I mean, we present it to anyone in the Invictus. They're gonna want to know where it's from,
I mean,
and we're gonna have to explain.
it's okay to explain the Invictus, but not necessarily engineers.
And then they're gonna find out, where we found it in the Russian dome.
That I relate.
That Ira let us know, so that'd be spitting in his fucking face. And I don't know about you, but Ira's been pretty chummy with us compared to some of the other pricks.
I mean, we could say that we got it from Iron Man. I mean, he has some of the things.
Like stealing from the Master of Elysium.
Yeah.
You don't think that would
Plus, do you think he wouldn't just say, no, I didn't have that?
I saw shit in his basement. He's not someone we want to fucking try to fuck over indirectly or directly. I don't know, let's
Seriously, though, if anyone came down to these tunnels, they'd be lost forever. Like, the maps don't tell you where you're going,
yeah, we just fucking stumble across this by accident.
right?
Yeah.
I know I'm not a witch, but, like, I want to take his heart and, like, do something witchy with it. Like, that's an ideal component for a
I
fucking
mean-
witch!
You could give it to your sire, and I bet he loves a piece of Arthur.
What for?
For experiments.
It's
with
just a
zombies.
skeleton. I mean, I don't know how much... I don't know how much of it is mystical or how much of it is science. I think it's mostly science. So, like, I don't think, like, the arm of a king or anything like that will mean anything. Plus, if we're not willing to steal credit, I don't think we should steal a corpse.
Yeah, I don't know. If these are like Arthurian fucking legends, it seems kind of, I don't know, disrespectful to be tearing out their fucking hearts. Don't mess with the dead, man.
I'm going to look under.
Boris Karloff as the mummy rampaging through, crushing your shit.
I'm going to look underneath, like in other words, leaning over the sword. Is there something rigged underneath there, or is it just him leaning over the sword?
Looks like he collapsed, leaning on his sword in his sheath, and it's kind of pinned up against the wall.
Okay. No funny business here that you take it and suddenly everything collapses. It's been booby trapped.
His foot's on a box.
Oh.
Like you thought it was just like a foot, like it was just part of the throne, but it's actually just like a crate made of like rosewood that has like gold inlay, and like his left foot's kind of just on it as he's leaning.
Okay. Maybe I try to poke it a bit with my foot, see whether it shimmies over.
Yeah, it looks like it's been moved recently.
Oh. Okay then. Gently move it up from underneath his foot.
Yeah, that foot just kind of drops down against the throne. Like not off, it just kind of it's still connected.
Okay.
Sways a bit at the wrong angle.
I feel like we should leave.
What sort of markings are on this, if any?
Catholic symbols, English iconography.
Okay. I'm going to gently open it.
There's a cup in there.
Oh.
Cup of a carpenter. It's full of red liquid.
I mean, it doesn't seem like this caused anything bad.
Does it smell like blood?
No.
Does it look any... I'm not getting close to that. What am I talking about?
I mean, you can smell things from liquids, right?
It's not blood.
But
It smells like fire.
Probably don't want to drink that.
so should we take this or not?
I wouldn't have even touched it if it were me.
I mean, it was moved recently. You can see the mark the dust
make-
buttons.
That'd make
There
me guess
are
that.
there are disturbances in the dust all over this place. Like someone's been in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess Iron Man, and if he looked at that box and left it here, kind of says something. You know, we could always just ask him about this shit. Then again, I'd have to admit that I was in his basement and saw the fucking sword, so never mind. No one can ever know.
I mean, he is something you know of authority on weird stuff. Wouldn't be that conspicuous.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, if Iron Man already touched it, then we don't need it, I think.
Why don't you take some of the liquid? Not the full cup, just the liquid.
I don't think I have any containers for it.
I have a flask. A drinking flask.
The liquid, when you try to remove it from the cup, keeps continuity with itself. Like, if you grab some of it and pull it up, the rest of it goes with it.
Yeah.
Like it's Jello?
Like, it doesn't have gravity.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Why don't we just take the liquid?
You can already see condensation forming on the inside, like it's slowly replenishing itself.
Interesting.
Alright, so I know I said, like, respect the dead and shit, but the cup. The cup seems interesting. I mean, this is, like, fucking magic, right? It's an infinite filling cup of fiery smelling liquid.
Huh.
Oh yeah, touching that really burns you. Like actually burns your hand.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like charred. Like flaky black flakes.
Yeah, let's not touch that again. Let's just take the gauntlets, or goblet. Goblet.
What does
Okay.
it look like? Red, you said?
Liquid is red.
Like wine red or...
Like bright red Pepto-Bismol red. Like an unnatural CGI color red.
Any of you know a chemist?
I'm kind of a chemist.
San Giovanni, maybe?
I mean, I know chemists, but not the sort that would
Also, it doesn't have gravity.
That's true. We don't really want to. That's true. Voice in my head.
Common sense voice.
Common sense voice. We can't really show this to anyone who's not in the know already. Let's just show it to the Iron Man or fucking anyone. No, he would know about it. So. Huh.
Maybe San Giovanni.
Sure, let's bring it to him.
So it burned your hand, like, super bad.
Oh yeah. Fingertips fucking off.
Like part of your fingers still have embers on them.
No shit. Huh.
So...
Rub it all over yourself and look like LaCroix.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Why did his tower explode again?
Golden light. I don't think he talks about it. So.
The rumors that you all have access to from the website, which are actual rumors that go around the city, talk about the Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost.
That's like a Jesus-y thing. So maybe this is also a Jesus-y thing. The fucking Holy Grail.
Also, like, is that holy then? Or is it, like, liquid sunshine?
I think I'd be burning up a lot more if it was liquid sunshine. But then again, I don't know how this shit works.
Let's leave.
Yeah. Let's take the box and leave.
All right, you guys leave.
Okay.
So I guess we should keep trying to find that sluice gate
Yeah.
after that huge distraction.
Yeah, you guys leave, and if you move that glass again, it just brings the ramp back up.
Okay.
It's gotten pretty late, though. It took a while for you guys to get down here. And now, sunup's coming. Like, not soon, but you've moved into the middle to end of the third quarter of the night.
Well, I guess we can see whether we can stay up.
Oh, you can't. You guys start to drop immediately. Oh, yeah, like, you can make the roll. But you'll be fighting
Humanity
against
roll,
it.
yeah.
You'll be fighting against it.
Let's go to a hotel.
So,
Yeah,
to not sleep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just find one that doesn't have a fucking cleaning lady knocking on the door at 7 a.m. So.
Sure.
Sound good?
Alright, you guys head up into the Russian Dome proper. You find yourselves a hotel. You throw money at them, and you get one of their larger suites, crappy suite.
larger.
Alright, do not disturb.
Yep.
Alright, and then I guess in that case, we will end it tonight.
Alright.
Perfect, since it's gotten fairly late. So, I was Devin,
Nicole?
Kevin?
And Peter.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.